Well, hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode, actually the very first episode of Do Not Worry Movie Edition, folks. We're talking movies, we're talking TV. I'm joined by Nour and Elijah.
Hey.
How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for joining us.
Excited.
Can you guys see? Elijah, you good? On the screen right there?
Yep.
You guys looking good? Looking good, Elijah. Your hair looks great, don't worry. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. This is the very first edition that we're doing. We're trying something new. We know you guys are sick of some of the topics that we talk about. Also, I'm sick of some of the topics that we've been talking about. So I want to do something.
Definitely sick of the
Yeah,
topics.
I want to do something fun. I want to do something new, something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I've been a movie fan for a very long time. I've been a television fan for a very long time. I actually work in TV, like full time. That's my work, like working on television shows and stuff like that. When I was younger, I really wanted to be a film critic. Like that used to be my dream job, wanting to be a film critic.
Cool.
Now anyone could be a film critic with the internet, so it's not really a job that pays well. So I guess I dodged the bullet there. But I've always loved to talk about movies. There's a particular movie show that I've been watching on YouTube for 10 years at this point called The John Campea Show.
Damn.
He talks about movies with a bunch of people. He gets a panel together, and every day they do like a 2-hour live stream where they break down all of the latest pieces of movie news, like castings, trailers, movie reviews, all that sort of thing. So today we're going to be going over a few topics of the biggest pieces of news that dropped in the world of entertainment. For example, the new Harry Potter cast was announced, and we're going to talk about some of the controversy surrounding that because they cast a brown girl as Hermione, and the internet is freaking out. We're going to talk about The Last of Us 2 in spoilery details, so we'll let you guys know when we're going to talk about spoilers. Kevin Costner has been sued for an improvised sex scene on the set of his movie Horizon 2. Ryan Reynolds wants to make an R-rated Star Wars movie. Do we think that's a good idea? Hunter Schafer is being considered for Zelda, and people are freaking out because she's trans. And we're also going to talk about Ariana Grande getting cast in Meet the Parents 4. Does anyone still care about that franchise? Have you guys even seen Meet the Parents?
What's that?
There we go. So we're going to talk about that in a second. And we're going to finish it off by talking about the live-action Lilo and Stitch and comparing it with the animated Lilo and Stitch. I watched the animated Lilo and Stitch for the first time this week, so
That's crazy.
I have a pretty fresh perspective on that movie. So we are going to be doing that. And also, don't forget, this is a Lebanese movie review show. We are Lebanese people, so we're going to be, when an artist or a creator that we're talking about is a Zionist, we're going to point that out. For example, The Last of Us is a Zionist series created by a Zionist creator. What's his name?
Neil Druckmann.
Neil Druckmann. And especially The Last of Us 2, the game and the series has very heavy themes related to like Palestine and Israel. So we need to we're going to talk about that. We're always going to call things out. Also, you guys might think that some of the things that we're doing are hypocritical. For example, we're talking about Lilo and Stitch, a Disney movie, when we're supposed to be boycotting Lilo and Stitch. It's a bit complicated when it gets to that sort of thing. We're going to try to find our way to watch as much of the stuff without necessarily supporting the companies at hand. Also, I grew up a Spider-Man fan. Disney acquired Marvel. It's not my fault that I now have to boycott like Marvel, so you guys have to understand a little bit. And also what I was saying last time, boycotting is more, I think, for white people and people with white guilt. You guys are funding the weapons to Israel. You guys are killing us. Can we at least enjoy some of these movies? Okay, I'm making a stupid point. I got to find a solution, okay? I grew up on this stuff, and now all of a sudden I have to boycott
Like to
everything.
back what you're saying up, I have Palestinian friends who are eating McDonald's and Starbucks.
I mean, I know, you know what I mean? It should be...
If they're gonna kill us, might as well enjoy that burger.
It should be the people funding the weapons that should be boycotting. You know what I mean? Stop asking more of Arabs. We're doing enough, okay? But I mean, look, maybe it's my job to start my own Lebanese Marvel comics. Who knows? Also, the way the show's going to start, you guys can support us. Oh, yeah, before we get going. You know how you guys can support us. You guys can support us on Patreon. And let me take a second to thank some of our brand new patrons, actually. Brand new abductee patrons, Erica Stillwell and Mr. XP0384. Thank you so much for becoming abductee patrons. And our brand new blonde patron, Danielle Richards. It's a great way to support us through Patreon. We cannot do the show without you guys and without your support. So thank you so much for supporting us there. Also, you guys can support us by becoming members of the channel. I'm going to be doing an exclusive member and Patreon live stream on Friday, either Friday morning or Friday night, my time, Lebanon. I just need to figure it out, folks. Sorry, I've been extremely busy. So all members, all patrons will be getting an exclusive live stream. So you can support us by becoming members. Also, you can support us in the chat by sending super chats. We're going to be... Sorry, Maki's gone.
Maki is menacing.
Leave the box of comics alone. Let me put this here for a second. And you guys can support us via super chats as well. It's the best way to support the channel. A small independent Lebanese YouTube channel like ourselves. We will be reading your super chats throughout the show if they're relevant with the topic at hand. If not, every super chat that we miss, we're going to be reading in the second half of the show. So don't worry, we're going to read every single super chat, all of your support. We're more than happy to get your support. We're more than happy to address your super chats. So if you have any questions, movie related or TV related that you want to ask us, we will try to answer them if they're relevant to the topic that we're talking at the moment. We will read them, or then everything will be read at the end of the show. No panic. Before we get started, also, one final thing that I want to shout out. This Sunday, I will be part of Mystic Market at Cosmic Studios in... Maki, get that. Get that, Maki. Oh, my God. Maki. Sorry, buddy. I will be at Mystic Market, folks. Let me show you guys the poster for Mystic Market real quick. I will be there with my girlfriend Demi. She's going to be doing some, for those of you who live in Lebanon, of course, she's going to be doing piercings, tattoos. There's going to be a lot of awesome vendors, a tarot card reader, folks. It's going to be nice. It's going to be crazy. Sunday, June 8th from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. in Beirut, in Madam Khail. I'm going to be there debuting some amazing comic books that I've recently gotten, and they're very rare. Like, it's very hard to find these, specifically in Lebanon. You're never really going to get a lot of these. I got some Simpsons comics that I'm debuting exclusively at Mystic Market. Some very nice, clean issues of The Simpsons. Look at that.
They're stunning.
I'm trying to show you guys some quick issues real quick. These are super rare, honestly. Like in Lebanon, these are literally the only Simpsons issues. I'm also doing something very special with these issues that I will be announcing later in collaboration with Cosmic Studios. These are amazing comics. I've got like 40 of them. So first come, first serve, honestly. If you're in Lebanon, if you're into comic books, if you're into The Simpsons, I might never be able to get my hands on something like this again. Also, just a quick shout out. This is like one of my favorite covers. Look at this one. Look how nice
So
this
nice.
is. So you can't really see the colors here. Okay, no, you kind of see it here. I have like 40 of these. First come, first serve. And if you're not into The Simpsons, folks, but if you're into some Barbie for the ladies, I got some vintage Marvel Comics made Barbie comics in like the 80s and 90s. Isn't that fucking crazy? These are very rare, bro. Like, you're not gonna find these anywhere in Lebanon.
They're in great fucking
They're
condition.
so cute.
They're in amazing, clean condition. I'm sorry, it's not really focusing right now, but all of these, I'm gonna share them on my Instagram tomorrow and throughout like the next few days leading up to Sunday. So if you're into comic books, Simpsons, Barbie, very rare stuff that is like one of a kind in Lebanon. Hopefully you guys can come pick some up. And yeah, thank you so much. So just wanted to get that out of the way. And now, let's start with, we got one super chat by Veronica. I tried writing an email, I'm too embarrassed, so for now, I'm just saying hi, sending wishes for this hell to stop for the sake of all our humanity. Veronica, we love you, thank you so much for the support. All the way from Israel, anti-Zionist, the greatest Israeli person that we know so far. Thank you, Veronica, for supporting the show. All right, sorry, I had to explain a whole bunch. This is the first episode. Let's get into it, folks. Hope you guys are excited. Let me open up the topics right here. We're going to start with the Harry Potter cast. Let me just open up the links that I got to open.
Huge controversy, as always.
Crew, are you guys excited about like a movie show? What's your relationship with movies, TV? Are you guys into us doing this?
Yeah,
Me, yeah.
of course. What the hell? Like, we've been asking for this for a long time.
Really? So you guys are excited about the movies?
And I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with entertainment culture.
I think all
Can't
of
wait.
us, all of the crew are like...
Part of getting hired was part of the questionnaire was, are you into movies?
Really? I can't remember that.
I think so, yeah.
I think so. I
Really?
believe so.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay.
But like either way, all of us are big movie and series fans.
Okay. Great.
I
I'm
would say so.
well glad to have you guys on. We're gonna try to have more people on. Like Karine might be able to be on from time to time. Nadim. It's gonna be a rotating thing of team members. Here we go, folks. The first topic: Harry Potter HBO series casts Harry, Ron, and Hermione. As you guys know, HBO is working on a relaunching of the Harry Potter books. They're making it into a 7-season HBO series. Every book is going to be 1 season. And after a very long search, they have found their Ron, Hermione, and Harry. Here they are in a photo. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. I mean, very adorable kids. I'm not gonna lie. Harry's got he looks like
He looks like, remember the
slightly murderer vibes.
the crazy girlfriend meme?
Maybe slightly.
Kinda looks like
He looks
her.
a bit unhinged, but he's obviously, I'm sure he's a very talented kid. We're just messing around. These children are adorable. They look like they are going to be the perfect Harry, Ron, and Hermione. But some people on the internet don't seem to think so. We're going to talk about it in a second. Is it because maybe Hermione's skin tone isn't as white as they would like it to be?
Hermione and Ron are so cute, though.
They're,
They're so cute.
they're very cute. They're very cute. They did a great job. I mean, it's crazy to believe. Like
I
a lot.
think they look great. Amazing cast.
They look fantastic. No, and the amount of time they took to hire them, like they did thousands of screen tests and chemistry tests between all of the kids. So like they took their sweet time to find these guys. And like, look, a lot of us grew up with the other Harry Potter movies. And again, we know how problematic J.K. Rowling is. And if you guys, I don't think I'm going to watch this series personally, but if you guys want to watch it or
Yeah,
don't want to
fuck
watch
her.
it, we understand. Whoever doesn't want to watch it, she's a TERF. She's anti-trans. She's extremely problematic. Even the original cast of the Harry Potter series have spoken out against her, and she's spoken out against them. So we completely get it. But a lot of us, like the original movie came out in like 2001, so it has been like 25 years. I think as weird as it is for us to think that they want to reboot it or something, it has been a long time, a quarter century. There's a lot of young kids that have never seen any of these things, or that you know, like were way too young when the original movies came out. It is time, I guess, to update it. And بيحملوا, like, you know, the movies left out a lot. These are big books. They're very thick books. There's a lot of details that were left out. So if you want to
I think if done well, the series would do justice to these details.
exactly, I think they're gonna want. I think you're gonna be able to explore the series in more detail. Are you guys okay with the idea of a series? What do you guys think?
At first, I guess I was hesitant because I love this movie so much. But like the more time passes, I'm more excited. I feel because I know it's just nice to take another look at what could be Hogwarts and like the fun magic and stuff. It's just fun. Like, why not? I know. If I don't like them, I won't watch them. Like, no one's forcing me.
And personally,
Also, I will not be paying to watch them, but I will.
We
watch
respect.
them.
can
We
you
respect
legally
you.
say that?
Let's just.
Allegedly.
I just think it would have been better to, for example, like the video game Hogwarts Legacy or whatever. Like,
A spin-off.
I think it would have been smart to do a spin-off, follow a new cast of characters situated in Hogwarts. As long as you have, like, Hogwarts, I feel is also the star of the show. You could really make a compelling show, introduce new students, a new year of kids,
Yeah.
have us learn about them, new lore, new stories, instead of treading the same ground again. I get why they want to do it. It's a money machine. You know what I mean? They saw that the Fantastic Beasts movies maybe didn't do all that great, even though, in my opinion, because they weren't set in Hogwarts. That's what made the Fantastic Beasts movies not feel very special. But let's read a little bit about this cast right here. HBO's Harry Potter TV series has officially found its Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Dominic McLaughlin will play the role of Harry Potter. Arabella Stanton is Hermione Granger, and Alistair Stout is Ron Weasley. More than 30,000 actors auditioned for the lead role since HBO launched an open casting call last fall. Filming is expected to begin this summer. After an extraordinary search led by casting directors Lucy Bevan and Emily Brockman, we are delighted to announce we have found our Harry, Hermione, and Ron. The talent of these three unique actors is wonderful to behold, and we cannot wait for the world to witness their magic together on screen. We would like to thank all the tens of thousands of children who auditioned. It's been a real pleasure to discover the plethora of young talent, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, they're adorable. Again, really great casting, but a lot of the internet doesn't seem to think so, folks. So we're going to look at the individual tweets. So here, for example, Variety tweeted, Harry Potter HBO cast Harry, Ron, and Hermione. If we scroll down to some of the comments, Paul Atreides says, Hermione, the Aboriginal. Well, it's going to be interesting when they call her a mudblood repeatedly.
Oh my god.
Then they have Alexander says, a black snake picking on a white Harry and in love with a dead white woman who was Harry's mom. Yes, sounds about British. Oh yeah, that's right. Also, they cast a black actor to play Professor Snape, so people are freaking out about that. They're angry about that. Malfoy is going to get canceled. Now, Porok says, well, he's got an Israeli flag next to his name, by the way. He says, now I know what they meant by a mudblood. Extreme. Look at this. Look at this image right here. Look how fucked up this is.
Oh no, that's
Bro, these
a
are fucking
kid.
kids.
This is
What
a
the
child.
fuck?
These are like 10-year-old children, bro. Adorable kids that have done nothing to harm anybody. And just the fact that she is not Snow White, even though even J.K. Rowling, the TERF, is like, it's okay. I never specified that she's white. Like, look how fucked up this is. Look at the bullying. They really do not want the show to succeed, do they? So just the fact that they didn't hire a white girl to play Hermione is enough for this show to be a failure, apparently. You know what I mean? It's insane. A Veronica H song with more support. She says, if I want to watch, try not to pay for it. More money for JK. Exactly. That's what Nour was saying. If you can find a way to watch these things without supporting them directly, I mean, look, it's hard for us to say this live. We're doing a movie show here. We can't be pushing people to piracy, but I mean, hey, if a friend can lend you a subscription, if you can find the DVDs later, whatever you can do, you know what I mean? Use VPNs, use whatever ways you can to try to see these things. But this is really fucked up. So they really don't want the show to succeed, do they? Again, like, this is enough for people. Hermione that's not white is enough for people to not want to watch the series anymore. Brother Grimeldus says, where's Hermione? So how is Malfoy going to call her a mudblood? Isn't that insane? Again, this is just insane. Dixerto also posted the same sort of tweet. And again, if you scroll down to the comments, so are they really going to call a mixed girl a mudblood? Did nobody think of this? We don't need to remake everything. Sometimes they get it right the first time. Cooked with this casting, to be honest, they did. It's cooked. They mean like cooked in a bad way or a good way?
Cooked is good.
Cooked
A
is
good thing.
good.
Cooked. Like sometimes they say, oh, he's cooked. That means he's fucked. Okay, yeah. If they're cooking in a good way, that means yeah. And they took like, so they're also angry about this casting of the man as Snape.
Look at the saying.
They took Snape being a dark mage literally.
Oh God.
That's so fucked. So I mean, people are kind of insane. What else do we have here? This is okay. So Variety tweeted out 3 identical tweets, basically, of each cast member of the Harry Potter franchise. I'm just going to show you a picture of how many retweets the Hermione one got compared to the Ron and Harry one, just because she's not white. Now, these retweets are a bit old because I took the screenshots when it happened. But just look at the difference of like just how people are engaging with this content, and they're way more likely to just like insult the brown girl. So Harry Potter. So this one is at 164 retweets. You maybe can't really see it right here. The Hermione one has 807 retweets. Let me try to see if you see that right here. 807 retweets compared to the Ron one that has 164 and 22 comments. She has 255 comments, and Harry is at 198 retweets and 44 comments. Like literally 800 retweets. Most of these are like a brown girl they're all being racist. They're all being pieces of shit. So it's just kind of insane.
She's a cute little girl.
She's an adorable little girl, bro. She's done nothing to deserve any of this, and she's already going to be dealing with a nightmare because of toxic adult man babies and Disney adults, racist pieces of shit Disney adults. So let's just scroll down to her tweet a little bit and see what people are saying right there. Variety going out of their way to race bait over a kid actor. Y'all shameless, man. Actually, this person's right. They shouldn't have even... But like the fact that you can't even tweet this without it becoming a controversial thing is fucked. Some people here are being supportive. Looks like a great choice. Do not fuck the show up for fuck's sake. Tyler Perry cast as Professor McGonagall by stacking cheddar. Wacko says, I'm sure people will have reasonable, level-headed opinions on this. Look, I think this is fucking crazy at this point, okay? I think that these kids are incredible. It doesn't matter if Hermione being white has no bearing on her as a character. Sometimes characters have to be a certain race. For example, Black Panther. You can't have T'Challa. The whole point of Black Panther is an African black king to empower black people, to give black people someone to aspire to, etc., to show a different version of an African nation that is extremely modern and all that sort of shit. You can't make Black Panther white all of a sudden. James Bond, for example, what makes James Bond James Bond? He's a womanizer. He's a man. He travels. He shoots people. That's it. James Bond could be Asian. James Bond could be black. James Bond could be Indian. As long as you hit those core aspects of the character. A womanizing secret agent who's kind of a badass, who's suave, and who's charming. You know what I mean? James Bond can be switched. Peter Parker can be changed. Again, Peter Parker has to be a nerdy kid. He doesn't have to be white. Okay, even if he was described as white in a book, it's okay. It's okay. The world changes. The world today doesn't look like it used to 100 fucking years ago. People are different. There are different demographics. Demographics change. I think it's okay. Stop freaking out over a child. If you don't want to watch the show, don't watch it for other reasons. Don't watch it to not support J.K. Rowling. Do it because maybe you don't want to see this rebooted. You're in love with the original franchise. But to do all this to a child.
Like, obsessing over a child's looks this much is concerning. Like, why the fuck should you care if the child has your, like... You get what I'm trying to say?
It's insane. It's insane. It's very weird. They're also doing the same
also for a series that's probably not meant for them to watch.
I know. And speaking of like Bella Ramsey, the internet is also doing the same to Bella Ramsey. They're butchering Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us and how she looks. And she's not a child. She's in her 20s, but still, bro.
But still, that fucks with you mentally, you know?
She could almost be a child. Let's see if there's anything relevant. Ueru is clarifying. He's cooked means bad. He's cooking means good. Okay, so they cooked with this casting. I'm guessing they're saying that it's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. What do you guys think? Veronica Nour sends you a heart, sends you a rose. Thank you so much, Veronica. We love you. Delia Carmen sends $2 and says, have to go to work. Grateful for this podcast. Thank you, Delia. Thank you so much. And again, for a lot of the super chats that we don't get to now, we're going to read them in the second half of the show. What do you guys think about this Harry Potter situation? Do you guys have anything else to add about the casting? I mean, I think it's crazy. Look, I know, again, for the Snape casting, we're all attached to the original actor who played him. What was his name?
Who?
The original actor who played Snape. Sorry, I'm forgetting.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. We're all attached to Alan Rickman. It's okay. His performance is going to live on forever. Those movies are always going to be there. You're always going to be able to enjoy Alan Rickman's performance. If they cast a black actor as Snape, it's okay. He's going to give us a new twist, a new take on the character. It doesn't take away anything that Alan Rickman did. You're able, if you want to watch the show, you should be able to watch it. Don't not watch things because of someone's race. I think that's completely idiotic. That's completely racist. And it's becoming impossible to talk about these franchises on the internet because of, oh, it's woke now. Oh, it's DEI. Like, it's kind of fucking stupid. So, I don't know. I wish these kids luck. It's very, like Daniel Radcliffe struggled with alcoholism when filming the Harry Potter movies, and these kids couldn't leave their homes without being fucking harassed and stuff. So I wish these kids the best. They're gonna do a great job. I'm sure
This always happens. Like even the person who played Abby in The Last of Us kept receiving death threats to her house. Like people go for miles. So I feel bad for these kids.
People are insane. Nuxalto sends $2 and says, not going to give a transphobe money.
Yeah,
hey,
fuck J.K.
Complete respect. Look, I didn't pay for the Harry Potter game. Someone lent it to me. So I also didn't feel comfortable paying for it.
And I played it in other ways.
Yeah, well, you see, I mean, and some people would say that even playing it is a bad thing. But for example, the developers put a trans character in the game just as a fuck you to whatever her name is, J.K. Rowling. So anyways, folks, that's the topic. Please let us know in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Are you excited for this series? What do you think of the casting and
Can't
the people's
wait to watch it for free.
and people's reactions to the casting?
Somehow.
Moving on to our next topic. What are we talking about next? I think we're going to be talking about The Last of Us Season 2 really quickly.
What a mess.
Before, let me find a nice photo of it to put in the background while we talk about it. So, Nour, have you watched Season 1, Nour, of The Last of Us? What's your relationship with The Last of Us?
I've seen the first half of Last of Us, but I know how it ends.
Oh, he's got he's got Luigi.
I got it spoiled.
You got spoiled for Season 1?
Yep, so I haven't kept watching it, and I haven't seen Season 2 because I'm not interested.
Okay, so you never finished Season 1?
Nope.
Not interested in Season 2?
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me just try to pull up some photo. Open a new tab. Why are they being so annoying? Okay. So, The Last of Us Season 2. We're going to have some spoilers now, folks. So if you don't want any spoilers for The Last of Us Season 2, I would say maybe consider muting this video for the next 5 minutes, and then I'll wave when we're done with spoilers. But first, let's give our non-spoiler thoughts. So first of all, this is a Zionist show. And when I first played The Last of Us 1, I didn't know that I don't even think I knew that Neil Druckmann, the creator, was Israeli. And the first one, in my mind, didn't seem like it had very overt themes about Palestine and Israel. But the second game, The Last of Us 2, is all about cycles of violence and revenge. And it doesn't matter who started who. We should all stop killing and stop. And revenge is bad.
See the scars as inhumane, and they want to kill them because that's how they were raised. There's a lot of messaging.
There's a lot of messaging about Palestine and Israel. And the cycle of violence, it doesn't matter if you killed me first. As long as we keep this violence, nothing is ever going to be resolved. And it's no, bro, there is definitely a perpetrator and there's definitely a victim in this case. In The Last of Us 2, they're trying to say we're all in this together. We're all perpetuating this violence. We should all just hold hands and forgive each other. It's no, it's a little bit more complicated than that, Neil Druckmann. The Palestinians can't just simply forgive the Israelis for what's happening.
I think what he meant is in an ideal world, this cat is crazy.
In an ideal world, but then also the way they represent the scars and the way they talk about the scars being these obsessive religious zealots and freaks and stuff.
But at the same time, they made them the good people in the story.
They tried. Look, he might be trying, but again, the Zionist themes are very
neutral stance. He played it safe if you want.
Kind of played it safe, but leaning towards Zionism. So it's kind of it's a problematic show. I still watched Season 2 because I was just very curious because I played the second game and it was extremely controversial. I wanted to see how are they going to deal with the controversy. I like Season 1. I thought the first game had a really nice story. Season 1, I think, did as good of a job as they could with that story. They maybe rushed the final episode a little bit, but it was pretty good. The performances were good. Bella Ramsey, who the internet hates because she doesn't look like the video game Ellie.
Because she doesn't look hot, that's why.
I think it's kind of crazy. But So let's talk about spoilers. Nour, I'm sorry. Folks, we're doing spoilers right now.
Go ahead.
I think season 2 was very disappointing.
I think
But-
season 2 was fucking shit.
But I also think that the second game was disappointing. So first
I
of all,
disagree.
as you guys know, spoilers, okay, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, the big thing. Joel gets killed in the second episode. In the video game, he dies in the first, like, 20 minutes of the game, first
1 hour
hour.
and 15 minutes.
He gets killed in the first hour of the game, and then you spend the rest of the game as Ellie trying to get revenge for Joel. And then in the second half of the game, they, like, completely stop you dead in your tracks halfway through the game. They make you stop playing as Ellie, and now you play as what's her name?
Abby.
As Abby, the person who killed Joel. And then the game starts from fucking scratch, and everything you collected, all your collectibles, all of your upgrades with Ellie, out the window, in the trash. Start with Abby, the person that killed your favorite character in the game, and they try to get you to care about her feelings. And why did she kill Joel? Like, I don't care. I want to play as Joel and Ellie. That's what I want to do. I didn't come here for Abby. I don't want to do none of that shit. She killed Joel. I'm never going to forgive her. Now, when I played the game, it was intense. Look, I don't even really mind what they wanted to do in killing Joel. Like, that's fine. But it was stopping the game dead in its tracks. Like, the pacing was so bad. It was like you get to half the game, and then you start a brand new game.
I
was like,
fucking loved that.
and
Such a
replaying the
mistake.
same events from different perspectives. I was like, I do not want to do that. I hated the pacing. So I was like, how's the show going to handle that? The show,
Season 3?
the show kind of fucked it up even more. Like, the show reveals Abby's. I think the Joel killing scene was fine.
It was, bro, the fact that they revealed it in the first 10 seconds of episode 1, I was like, what?
But the fact that they revealed Abby's motive right away.
That's what I
like,
meant.
Yeah, you're supposed to find that out later. Like, if you're supposed to hate
think
Abby.
He's actually saving her, you know? And
Exactly.
Like, you don't know what's happening.
And you're supposed to hate Abby for a while until in the second half of the game, you're like, oh, he killed her dad. That's why she's out to get Joel. Here, they're like, from the first second, like, he killed my dad. I need to go get my revenge and kill Joel. So already they robbed that moment of any weight, any depth, any heft. And the season was kind of like, it's only 7 episodes, so they only get to like halfway through the game, but also they're splitting the rest of it into 2 more seasons. So now season 3 is going to tell you Abby's side of the story, who I don't give a fuck. They did not make Abby an interesting character at all in this season. And also, I'm sorry, I'm not one to bitch about casting, and like the character needs to look the same as the person in the show.
Why is Abby not buff?
But like Abby needs to be fucking buff, bro.
For the story to make sense,
Yeah.
she had to be buff.
She has to be buff because like in the episode where she's destroying.
Also, the finale dropped in like half the viewers, by the way. Compared
I know.
to how it launched.
Bro, in the episode where she's killing Joel, okay?
Yeah.
All of her friends are trying to stop Abby, like, no, you can't do this. And like, they're kind of scared of her at some
Can
point.
beat them up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, when you watch the show, you don't understand. Like, why would you be afraid of her? She's like she's this tiny little lady. She didn't even do like 5 push-ups for the show. And in the game, she's a fucking beast, bro.
And
She's a monster.
Like the
She-
game lore, Abby was like working herself to this moment.
To this
That's why she's so buffed up.
Exactly.
Because it's like revenge.
But it
fuel.
helps you buy it because she's more intimidating. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like when she yells at her crew and like, yo, fuck off, let me fucking do this. You're like, you feel for them. You're like scared, like shit, she could kill him.
Yeah.
This little tiny woman is not intimidating in any way, shape, or form. Now I get it. You don't have to be a big, strong person to be intimidating. People's personalities and charisma, all of that could be intimidating. But like, you got to help me believe this. You got to help me believe that she's taking out fucking Joel. And also, I mean, the same with Ellie as well. She's like kind of tiny and stuff. Like the casting at this point, it's making it hard to believe that these people
Yeah.
are able to
Like, Anna, for
do what they're saying they're doing.
casting related, I never had an issue. Season 1, I actually really liked. I'm someone that fucking is obsessed with the game. I've played my 10th run through before season 2, and I have Ellie's tattoo up here. I'm obsessed. It's such a perfection of a game. I disagree. And Abby's my favorite. Anyway,
Oh, I hate Abby.
I couldn't continue season 2. I got that fucking bored. I was waiting for it. It was so shit. It was fucking garbage. And then, like, they made, because the casting of Ellie and Dina, like, it just feels like 2 toddlers running around a fully equipped military army.
Ellie and Dina, like I can't buy them. Like
And what
like-
pissed me off, Ellie had no revenge in her. Like, she was so laughing and jokey, like the
Yeah.
first season, which is not how like part 2 is. Ellie becomes this demonic evil person, you know, that's fueled with revenge.
I know the second game is all about Ellie losing herself in the
Exactly.
darkness and becoming dark. It's like the series is afraid of committing to that because they're like, if we make her kill all these people, how's the audience still gonna like her? So they're
But that's the
minimizing.
beauty of part 2.
They're minimizing her revenge. She's not like there's some scenes that I love, like when she kills the pregnant lady by accident, and she's like,
I didn't watch that.
that was very intense. Like that was way more intense and emotional than it was in the game. There are some things that the series is doing that is that is better than it is in the games at the most part. But like, honestly, it's the structure and the story of the second game that fucked it. It was always bound to be bad because the story in the second game, I'm sorry, isn't that great. And the themes, those Zionist themes, are like, it's just a cycle of violence. It's everyone's fault. It's not our fault as Israelis. It's also the Palestinians. If we kill their brother and then they kill one of us, that means we need to kill one of them. That means, all the cycle of violence. It's like, no, you're oppressors, you're colonizers. Leave them alone. That's the fucking lesson, Neil Druckmann. Okay? So it's problematic. The viewership has dropped a lot for season 2. I expect
Big time. I don't think they'll do a 4.
I expect it to drop even more for season 3 when it's just gonna be about Abby. You know, at least better do some fucking push-ups from Nala
Bro,
season.
I was looking forward to Abby's character in the series. It was just underwhelming.
It was really bad.
I expected more.
So the season 2 finale had 3.7 million viewers. Meanwhile, season 1 finale had 8.2 million.
Yeah.
So that's like quite a lot. That's
less than half.
off.
They've kind of killed their show. They've really done a lot of damage to their show. I mean, look, killing Joel. I thought they were gonna make you wait till the end of season 1. I thought they were gonna kind of milk it and kill him at the end of the season. They killed him at the beginning of the season.
No, I'm glad that happened.
I mean, look,
I fucking
again,
love that
it's
plot.
not a bad twist, but the problem is
I hate how they did it. They revealed it
They're
in the
doing-
first 5 seconds.
they're doing the whole split thing with the Abby thing, and Abby, I'm not buying it, and Ellie and Dina are like little girls running around like,
They look
you're
like 12-year-olds.
She's like, you're pregnant? Oh, that's such good news. Like in the game when
In the game, she calls her a burden. She wants her to leave. Like,
in
what
the game,
fuck?
when Ellie finds out Dina's pregnant, she
Wow,
gets mad. She
guys.
yells at her. She's
Yeah,
like,
and
what the
she-
fuck? And you hid this from me? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then, like, here
She's like, I didn't want to be a burden. Well, you are. She has
In
no
the-
emotions, bro.
yeah, in
And
the show, she's like, oh my god,
I'm
you're
gonna be a
pregnant?
dad?
I'm gonna be a
Like, what?
dad? It's gonna be so nice. We're gonna raise. It's like, what the
if
fuck
she's
is
so
happening?
focused on revenge, how is she making jokes? Like, you get what I'm saying? Her almost father died.
yeah.
Was murdered brutally in
I don't
front
know,
of her.
man. And like, look, I miss Pedro Pascal, man. I miss Joel. I always liked Joel in the game. When
I fucking hated Joel in the game. It was
I like, bro.
cruel motherfucker.
He did what he had to, bro. He did what he had to save Ellie. I would have done what he did in
the
season
logical
1.
perspective, he saved one person instead of saving the population.
Are there any chats that are relevant to this that we need to reply to? Madness Arcade.
I'm Lebanese Flash Thompson. Who's that?
So I mean,
Who's Flash Thompson?
he's from Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man's bully. Folks, we're done with the spoilers. So if you guys, no more spoilers for season 2. Let's catch up a little bit on super chats before we get to the next topic. Dizzle McFizzle, who's been a member for 3 months, says government money, lol, free Palestine. Let's fucking go, Dizzle McFizzle.
Awesome.
Madness Arcade sends $5 and asks, did you ever look into what I sent on Discord? Also, y'all should reach out to Habibi House Podcast. Y'all would vibe together. Also, Bella is they, them. Oh, Bella. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I should have said the they, them for Bella. Apologies. Thank you for correcting us, Madness.
I didn't know that.
We didn't. Did you get a chance to look at the link that Madness sent on Discord? I think it was for donations. We're gonna take a look at that right now, Madness. But I did look at that other link you sent, and thank you because I was able to enjoy that movie. Wink,
I'll
wink.
Check now.
Keeker Garden Sailor says, gotta go, but I want to encourage pop culture streams. Thank you so much for the $2 Canadian, Keeker Garden. We love you. We're going to try to do more of these. This is fun so far. Dizzle McFizzle again sends $10. Good news, y'all. I got my disability increased from 60 to 90%, so you know what that means. My windfall is do not worries gain. Free Palestine. Well, thank you so much, Dizzle. We love you. Madness Arcade, nice to have Nour and Lebanese Flash Thompson on the show. All jokes and love. So you're Peter Parker's bully,
Cool.
Elijah.
Fair.
And Liz Felix sends $10. Thank you so much, Liz. Loving The Last of Us convo. Thanks for distracting me from work. Such a great game, but bummed to learn the Zionist messaging. I know, it's kind of fucked. If you guys are interested, there's the Cavernacle has made a very interesting video about The Last of Us 2 and how it's a Zionist thing. I'll try to do a reaction to that sometime. Very disappointing. I don't know if I'm going to watch season 3, to be honest with you guys.
I won't. I didn't even continue season 2. Fuck
Yeah,
that
so
shit.
yeah, you're done. The story of the second game isn't bad, or at least the pacing was bad. The show had a chance to fix that pacing. I don't think they did. I think
The
they kind
game
of
just
fucked it
goes
up.
dark. The show didn't.
Can someone send me the link on Discord? Because I can't find it.
We're going to move on
Thank you.
to the next topic. Let me see what we have next on the docket. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. We have 145 of you. Also, by the way, thank you for trying. This is our first ever episode. I have no idea if 20 people are going to watch this or if 10 million people are going to watch it. So to have 145 of you in here, thank you. It means a lot. We're trying something new, folks. We got to try different things. Also, this is fun. The Kevin Costner. This is not a fun story, but I do want to talk about it because it's very important, I think, and it's just interesting to talk about. And it's kind of fucked up. It's a bit. So, trigger warning, folks. We're going to be talking about filming a rape scene, and someone tried to film a rape scene without consent. So, if that's something you don't want to listen, please, you've been warned. So, Kevin Costner And Horizon producers sued by stunt performer over violent, unscripted rape scene.
The fuck?
Devin Labella is suing the actor, director, and the producers on his film Horizon: An American Saga Chapter 2, alleging breach of contract, with Costner denying all allegations. So just a quick background on the movies. The Horizon movies are like, Kevin Costner has been working on this like 4 or 5 part Western epic drama, okay, that he wants to release in theaters. He released part 1 last summer. It kind of flopped. It kind of tanked, made no money, but he had already shot part 2. So it's already ready to be released. So they have to commit to releasing at least part 2. And I also think they're shooting part 3 right now. So as they were filming part 2, apparently they went to one of the stunt actresses and were like, hey, surprise, we're filming a rape scene today. And it was not in her contract. They weren't aware. She wasn't aware of that rape scene. Like, you know, when you're signing up for a movie, they tell you, hey, there's going to be a nude scene here. There's going to be this kind of scene there. Do you agree? Do you consent? There's going to be an intimacy coordinator on set to make sure that everything is fine, etc. She was given none of that time, none of that warning. She showed up on set to work, to do some stunts. They were like, hey, we're filming a rape scene today. So let's read a few more of those details, which is extremely fucked up. And so she's suing the production for putting her in that situation. And this has happened in Hollywood before. This has happened many times. There are some directors, I forgot which one. It's a very famous story of like someone, of like they surprised an actress with like a rape scene and they made it very scary for her to like cry and get a real reaction from her.
That we did this to make it as realistic as possible. I think that's what they argued.
Awful.
Yeah, back in the day. This is not what they're saying here.
Yeah.
But let's read a little bit more about the story. So here's Kevin Costner. So a stunt performer is suing Kevin Costner and the producers of his film Horizon: An American Saga Chapter 2, alleging that she was made to perform in a violent, unscripted rape scene without the required notice, consent, or mandatory intimacy coordinator present. Devin Labella was the lead stunt double for Ella Hunt, who plays Juliet in the Horizon films, a 4-part Western anthology written, directed, and starring Kevin Costner. Labella's lawsuit, filed in California on Tuesday, alleges that on 2 May 2023, Costner improvised the scene in which Juliet would be raped, one day after Hunt and Labella filmed a scripted scene in which Juliet was raped by a different character. Hunt refused to perform the new scene, the lawsuit alleges, and Labella was summoned to set, without knowing that Hunt had declined and left. So the actress was supposed to film that rape scene. The actress
That's what I was gonna ask. Why is the stunt double filming this?
The actress refused to do it, so they were like, all right, the stunt double has to do it now. It's like, motherfucker, the stunt double is there to do stunts. I'm sorry, she's there to jump out of a car. She's there to jump out of a wagon. Sorry, since we're doing a Western, she's there to jump on a horse, jump on a wagon, fall out of a window, punch someone, get punched, whatever it is. You don't need a stunt double to do a rape scene. And like for the actress to also throw her stunt double under the, I don't know if that's what happened. Like what they did to the actress is also fucked. If they went to the actress and like, hey, surprise rape scene, and she's like, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't know if she intended for the responsibility to go to her stunt double, but it's extremely messed up. Let's continue reading. Devin Labella was the lead stunt double for Ella Hunt, who plays Juliet in the Horizon films, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. So Hunt refused to perform, the lawsuit alleges, and Labella was summoned to set without knowing that Hunt had declined and left. According to her complaint, Labella was not warned that the new male actor had been directed to mount her, pin her down, and violently rake up her skirt. Labella alleges that Costner told her to lay down in a wagon before he directed the male actor to repeatedly perform a violent simulated rape on her, while Costner experimented with different takes of the rape action. Okay, first of all, if I'm a fucking director or a writer or anything, bro, I will never fucking put any of my actors in a fucking situation like this, bro, where they have to fucking have sex on camera in front of a crew, get fucking raped. Like, first of all, most movies don't need fucking rape scenes. I'm sorry. Now I get he's doing a Western, and then back in the Wild West, shit was crazy, and people were getting raped and pillaged and shit like that. But like, do you need 2 rape scenes of the same character raped by 2 characters? Like one day she's getting raped by one character, and then you want to film another scene raped by another fucking character? Like, why the fuck? And like, you want to improvise, like, oh, this movie doesn't have enough rape scenes, let's do another. Like, what the fuck, Kevin Costner? Like, that's so fucked up, and it's got to be violent. Like, also, like, forget the fact that she didn't consent to it. Forget the fact that there wasn't an intimacy coordinator on set. For those of you who don't know, intimacy coordinators are there when there are intimate scenes between actors where they have to make out or have sex or simulate sexual assault or something like that. They're there to make sure that the actors are comfortable. No one's doing anything that they shouldn't. The director isn't directing them in like a creepy way. Everyone's comfortable. Everyone's consenting. It's become industry standard. So for them to expect her to do that without a coordinator, also, you have to be in the mindset. Like, if you're an actor, you have to get in that emotional dark place. If you're gonna simulate that sort of act, and if you're going to be vulnerable and you're going to be a victim, like, you can't just turn it on and off. Like, if an actor is going to perform that for you, they need to be ready mentally to do that over time. and they need to fucking be ready. You can't just, hey, in 15 minutes we're shooting the surprise rape scene. Let's go. Chop chop. Like, that's not how it fucking goes.
Yeah, the fact that it was unscripted. Also, he wanted to experiment with the different takes.
Yes,
Different angles. Like, let's do.
Sorry, what?
Bring in the drone. Let's try one of the drone take. Let's have the drone hover over the rape. Like Kevin Costner. What the fuck, bro? I used to like Kevin Costner, bro. Like, Jesus fuck. Labella's suit alleges that the scene violated contractual protocols negotiated by the performers' union SAG-AFTRA, which requires that all performers are given 48 hours notice and must consent to any scenes involving nudity or simulated sex. She claims she was not given the required notice and that she did not consent as stipulated in her contract. She also claims the film's intimacy coordinator was not present, which was mandatory under Hunt's contract and applied to Labella as her stand-in. The lawsuit claims the set was not closed. Only a minimal crew is meant to be present for sensitive scenes involving nudity, sex, or rape. Labella's suit claims that the scene was broadcast publicly on monitors for the entire crew to witness. Anyone could walk by and observe the scene being performed. That's so fucked. That's such an invasion of privacy. That's so messed up. Labella's suit states that the scripted rape scene filmed the day before involved rehearsals and the presence of an intimacy coordinator, and the set was closed for actors' privacy. But so they did not extend the same courtesy to the stunt double. She's suing for damages for sexual harassment, a hostile work environment, and breach of contract, claiming she immediately felt shock, embarrassment, and humiliation and began attending therapy in June of 2023. I was left exposed, unprotected, and deeply betrayed by a system that promised safety and professionalism, Labella said. What happened to me shattered my trust and forever changed how I move through this industry. Costner denied the allegations in a statement given to Variety and Deadline. His attorney, Marty Singer, said the actor-director always wants to make sure that everyone is comfortable working on his films and takes safety on set very seriously, and said Labella's claim has absolutely no merit and it is completely contradicted by her own actions and the facts. So we're not gonna continue reading this. What do you guys think of the situation? Do you think she has a claim to a suit? Do you think she's overreacting, or like what do you guys think? And does it make you uncomfortable, kind of potentially watching the film?
I think I wasn't gonna watch it either way. Like,
Yeah.
I never knew it existed. Also, I think he's a creep, and it's fucked up. And I don't think I've seen any of his movies, so.
Kevin Costner, he's made some good westerns and stuff, but I mean, this is really, and he's also in Yellowstone.
Don't care.
And I think movies with rape scenes in general aren't done to like.
So unnecessary.
And they're not done to like tackle the subject in like how it should be tackled. It's usually made for like rape fantasies and shit. So for this to be done this way, I consider it like it is sexual assault.
Yeah.
I mean, look, sometimes it's done for shock value, which I don't know if that's
And
enough.
it shows vulnerability and shit. But like you mentioned, this should be like prepped way before.
I think you can hint at a rape scene without showing it or making it that graphic or uncomfortable for the viewer. Also, even sex scenes. Like, I know a lot of people.
100%. I was gonna say.
A lot of people talk about like how young audiences aren't okay with sex scenes. That like they're very prudy and like sex scenes in movies. I kind of find most sex scenes unnecessary in
I
movies.
hate
Yeah.
them.
To be
I hate
honest
them
with you,
so
bro.
much. They're so unnecessary. They take you out of it. Also, I don't want to see these people naked. I'm watching for the show and the story, and it can be done very tastefully, very emotionally. Like my favorite recent example is in Severance, like the
Yeah.
sex scene between Hallie and Mark. So beautiful and tasteful, and
Yeah.
like nothing was shown, and still all like
Yeah.
you could feel all the emotions. It was amazing.
There's a way. I just put myself in the shoes of a director. Can I be a director and go to my actors and be like, you guys are gonna get naked. You need to grab this and you need to do this and you're gonna like make those
it rough
sounds and we're gonna do this and
Ew.
it's so uncomfortable. I don't want to watch people simulating sex in front of me. Like, to me, again, you can hint at it. You can have people kissing. That's okay. You can hint at a sex scene. There's so many ways to show that two characters just had sex. They could wake up in bed next to each other.
Yeah.
Under the blanket. Like, it doesn't. They don't need to be fucking. That's all I'm saying. It makes me uncomfortable sometimes.
Like, I do think there's progress doing like the movie entertainment industry, because if you compare the extent of how far they took it in Game of Thrones versus House of the Dragon, there's way less sex scenes there.
The Pigeon, who's a member, says rape happens so much in westerns. It does. That's one of the things that westerns, like, that's a very western trope. Like, we're gonna rape your woman. Like, that's they love that shit in westerns. Like, I love westerns, not for that fucking reason, but like, that is the thing they could do without. You know what I mean? They do rely on that a lot, because it's all about macho men. Like, what if this happened to your woman? What would you do for revenge? You know what I mean? Like, they try to make the situation as bad as possible to give the heroic man, the cowboy, reason to go get revenge. So it's usually their parents getting killed when they were kids, their house getting burned, their kids getting killed, or their wives getting, R-worded for some fucking reason. But I know a lot of people criticize people like us who don't like sex scenes in movies. I honestly think they make me uncomfortable most of the times. A lot of overt nudity in movies can make me uncomfortable. Sometimes
I don't mind them, but I mind them when they're overdone. Like
sometimes you need it.
Sometimes it takes you out of the thing you're watching. Like
I know.
You're watching something and then it's a porn and.
I'm gonna give you guys two examples of where I think like nudity can work. For example, two mob leaders meeting in a strip club. If there's a couple of like dancers in the back that are topless, that are dancing kind of out of focus, that's fine. If you're in a strip club, you want to show that these guys are sleazy. Strippers are going to be naked. They're going to be in the back. I'm not going to go focus in on it. I don't want anyone to simulate a sex scene. Something else. I think in 12 Years a Slave, when like where Lupita Nyong'o, really really powerful scene, like she's getting whipped, for example. I think she was naked in that scene, but that's just to show you how like her clothes were falling off as she's getting whipped. The depravity, the lack of respect, the lack of dignity. That's like in that case, it makes sense. It's not like just people fucking. Sometimes it's literally teeters on porn in my opinion.
But like it depends on the movie. So like, did you watch Anora?
I did watch Nour.
So fucking good.
It is,
like, but the sex scenes there made sense for the context of the film.
Yes.
Fun fact: the actress asked that there shouldn't be any like intimacy coordinator, which caused her backlash.
Yeah, Anna. To me, I thought it was overly a bit sexualized. Like to me, just a bit.
It's a movie about a stripper that.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
As an escort.
But like you don't have to show every single detail. That's the thing, and
I think it depends. Like that, if you've seen Anora, you'd get it. Did you see it?
No.
It's a movie about the stripper who's an escort who like literally gets fucks for money. So it makes sense for that film to have these. However, for movies like House of the Dragon, for
but it is
example,
a bit, but Anora was a bit gratuitous. Like the opening scene was strippers just naked in slow motion.
Fucking set the tone right on the spot.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If you want that.
But a fun fact: the director is. The producer is his wife.
The director's a great director. I really like that
guy.
director. Like the Red Rocket, I thought was one of my favorite movies that year. Polish Pusher sends $2 and says, "Anthony, what if your woman spits tobacco?" I know, man. I know that's how we do it here. Yeehaw! So that's what we have. Anything else you guys want to add? I mean, it's really fucked up. Good luck for Labella. That's a really messed up situation. Devin Labella, who is suing Kevin Costner. Good luck with your lawsuit. Really messed up situation. I haven't seen Horizon Part 1. I don't think I'm going to watch it, even though I'm a big fan of Westerns. But this story has kind of turned me off to this whole thing. So, yeah.
I didn't even know what Horizon was until this conversation.
No one watched it. It flopped. It flopped fucking hard. So you're not alone in that sense. So let me close this down. Let's move on to the next topic. As I set it up, if there's anything interesting in the chat, what are people saying?
We have 173 viewers, which is great.
Ooh, welcome, guys. Thank you guys. Again, we're experimenting with this format. We're going to be having a regular episode of the podcast tomorrow night, folks, with the crew. We're doing a full-on episode of DNW, talking about a whole bunch of Lebanese stuff, American stuff. I mean, H3, I think, is doing an episode in an hour where they're just going to go in on iDubbbz and Anissa. Again, that's all Ethan is doing now. So we're going to try to not talk a lot about that. And we want to experiment with this fun new stuff. What is next? R-rated Star Wars pitched by Ryan Reynolds. This is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to take your opinion. Basically, if you guys like the Deadpool movies and stuff, would you guys be into the idea of an R-rated Star Wars movie?
For me, R-rated anything, I take it blindly.
I'm sick of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, kind of.
Fuck Ryan Reynolds, but like having an R-rated Star Wars, I think that would be cool.
So, Ryan Reynolds has pitched an R-rated Star Wars. What would that look like? By the way,
what would it look like?
And by the way, for anyone who's sending super chats, if we don't get to your super chats now, the second half of the show is literally dedicated to taking you guys' super chat. So if we miss anything, or if you guys send a chat that's not relevant to the topic we're talking to in the moment, we're gonna just push it till the end of the show. But thank you so much. So Ryan Reynolds has pitched an R-rated Star Wars. What would that look like? Let's see. Take all the essentials ingredients of Star Wars, samurais in space. Okay, well, maybe that's not the article that we need. Let me try to find.
I was thinking of it like with a saber, and I think it might look tacky.
I don't think you need an R-rated Star Wars, in my opinion.
I'm sure there are porn of it.
Reynolds.
No, R-rated for like the blood and gore, not for like the sex. Nour. I'm not saying he's gonna put the saber inside.
No. That's not what I mean.
Oh, okay.
I just imagine like all the people dressed up with like lightsabers, and then it becomes a porn.
What the fuck?
You mean Space Nuts? Wait,
What?
They're not letting me escape. I think there's a porno called Space Nuts or something, or Star Wars. There's been it's all been done like Star Wars.
Sounds
Sorry,
like
they're
a
not letting me
thing.
skip the ad.
Sounds real.
Okay, so here we go. Ryan Reynolds pitched an R-rated Star Wars movie to Disney, but not for him to star. That would be a
Good.
bad fit. So let's read a little bit about this. Ryan Reynolds successfully delivered Disney its first R-rated movie, the MCU movie last year with Deadpool and Wolverine. But could he do the same thing for the Star Wars universe? The Deadpool star revealed on Friday's episode of the Box Office podcast with host Scott Mendelson. Oh, I love the Scott Mendelson. That he has pitched an R-rated movie set in a galaxy far, far away. I pitched to Disney. I said, why don't we do an R-rated Star Wars property? It doesn't have to be overt A+ characters. There's a wide range of characters you could use, he said. And I don't mean R-rated to be vulgar. R-rated as a Trojan horse for emotion. I always wonder why studios don't want to just gamble on something like that. There's never been an R-rated Star Wars movie or TV show before. The closest thing the franchise has would it be its more mature Andor. Very good point that I want to talk about in a second, which just finished its 2-season run earlier this month and dealt with some very heavy themes. As for his R-rated pitch, Reynolds says it would not be for him to star in. I'm not saying I want to be in it. That would be a bad fit. He said, I'd want to produce and write or be part of behind the scenes. Those kinds of IP subsist really well on scarcity and surprise. We don't get scarcity really with Star Wars because of Disney+, but you can certainly still surprise people.
The question: can I watch Andor without watching any of the recent shit?
Yes, and you must watch Andor.
I want
You
to,
must.
but-
It is the
I
greatest
might
thing.
as
It is the
well.
greatest thing Star Wars has done
So
in
I
a
don't
very
need
long
any
time.
backstory. I know the Star Wars movies, but
Have you seen Rogue One?
Yeah.
Okay, you have everything you need to know about Andor.
Okay, cool.
You're good to go. So, what do I think about an R-rated? Actually, Elijah, what do you think about an R-rated? Let's
Like,
start with
playing
you.
the games. The best shit about them is like chopping people's limbs off and shit.
But you can already do they do that in the movies because you don't see blood. Like they'll
But like, I think the only direction of R-rated is having a darker tone with like dismemberment when you're like chopping people with the. However, I think that would kind of ruin the lightsaber fights because if
Bro-
not done well, it might look tacky.
I'm just gonna remind you in Star Wars that were PG-13 and like the prequels, they cut off Count Dooku's head. That was a PG-13 movie. Anakin lost his arm and his leg. That was a PG-13
But
movie.
these are old.
That's still the same rules still apply. A lot of people's limbs get chopped off in Star Wars, and it doesn't need to be rated R. In my opinion, is if the R rating is just going to bring like a lot of violence, like super bloody violence, I think that's kind of useless.
Yeah,
And if
I think
it's,
it wouldn't fit the Star Wars.
and
theme.
I don't want a Jedi Knight running around and be like, fuck this, oh fuck, I just discovered a fucking kyber crystal. Like, I don't need to hear a Jedi saying fuck or bitch or motherfucker. Like, I think that's kind of stupid or tacky.
It doesn't fit.
Also, I do think they'll put a sex scene in there.
They might-
If it
yeah.
wi-
Oh, for sure.
Like a Star Wars
So-
sex scene. To me, honestly, if you're gonna do an R-rated Star Wars, make it a horror film. Like, make it a horror Star
Fuck yeah.
Wars theme, something scary. Like, you want to do a Darth Maul solo story that takes place on like Dathomir.
Make it super dark. I love it.
Yeah, like a dark story where like it takes place on like his home planet where they're all like they look like devils, and you want like really
Awesome.
scary shit
Yeah,
and witches.
If they do that, then the
Awesome.
dismemberment would fit perfectly. You know, because it'd be so dark, and you're talking about like the character.
Yeah, like in that case, but if Ryan Reynolds wants to do like a ragtag team of like rebels that curse and say fuck every 5 minutes, I don't need that. And just like the article said, Andor, bro, deals with such mature fucking themes of rebellion, war, loss, sexual harassment, bro, trauma. Everything you want. That show is so fucking masterful from beginning to end. Both seasons. If you have not watched Star Wars Andor, I guarantee you, please watch it. I didn't even like the Rogue One movie when it came out. And then when they announced they were doing Andor, I'm like, you're going to do a whole prequel series about a character in a prequel movie that I already didn't like that much.
Sure.
And we know he dies at the end of Andor. We know he dies at the end of Rogue One. So I'm like, you're making two prequel series about a fucking character who dies. Like, who cares? I was so dumb to think that way. It is the greatest series that Disney has done for Star Wars.
Andor?
It's the best thing. It's the best thing Star Wars since like the original Star Wars movies, bro. I'm pretty sure. It's so amazing. It is incredibly amazing.
Khalas, I'll
And there are
watch
no
it.
lightsabers. There's no force.
But
It's
like,
just
she hasn't watched Rogue One, which is still got it.
watch
I'll
Andor,
watch
then
Rogue-
watch Rogue One if you
Oh,
want.
okay.
Watch Andor.
It's a prequel to Rogue
It's a
One.
prequel. Watch Andor
Yeah.
season
Okay,
1,
I'll
season 2,
do
and then
that.
watch
I'll do
watch
that.
I
Rogue
think
One
that'll
if
be
you
even
want.
better experience.
It's
Maybe.
really fucking good. But I think honestly it doesn't need to. I think it would be distracting. Like to me, there are some properties like Deadpool makes sense R-rated, and Ryan Reynolds' humor it annoys me a little bit. Like I like the first Deadpool, you know, it's fun, but like it gets a bit tiring. It gets grating. So that style of comedy, like Ryan Reynolds comedy with Star Wars, and if it's gonna be vulgar and if it's gonna have gratuitous violence that we don't need, because again, Star Wars can be very violent. We don't need to see blood coming out when a limb is chopped. Okay, does it reduce the impact a little bit? Sure, but like, who cares? I don't think they need to do it personally. And if they do, I don't think Ryan Reynolds is the guy.
No, he's
to do
so
it.
not the guy. I think they ruined the shit out of Deadpool. The first movie was good. The rest of it all became an inside joke and references to pop culture and stupid shit.
I think they were great because like
I
Deadpool
think they
should be
were
stupid.
annoying
so
as
it
fuck.
fits.
They can be stupid, but like it was all an inside joke, like with internet memes. Like what the fuck?
They tailored to
see,
the audience.
I don't mind that, and I don't mind like Deadpool to me is a bit immature of a character. Like I don't love it, but like what annoys me about Ryan Reynolds is that he's just the same everywhere. Like,
to me, Ryan Reynolds is The Rock.
He's
He's the exact same role in every fucking movie.
He's Deadpool on and off the screen. When he did all those ads for Mint Mobile, he's just doing Deadpool
Like
again.
even his like interviews, he's Deadpool. Like
he's Deadpool. His gin, he's promoting his gin bottle. He's doing it as Deadpool. So he's constantly Deadpool. It's like, what are we doing? And plus the whole Blake Lively thing and Justin Baldoni. Like, you guys they're assholes. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Justin Baldoni seems like a fucking freak and a creep. He's also like kind of like a weirdo. But like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds like seem like straight up evil. Like they're trying to ruin this man's fucking career. You know what I mean?
So.
Yeah.
So like I ain't feeling no sympathy for them. Ryan Reynolds, stay away from not that Star Wars is doing great right now, just but like Andor. I want something like Andor, mature themes. I don't need to see blood. I don't need to hear a Jedi and I'd be like, oh fuck, I guess we found a Kyber crystal. Oh fuck, we got a new Sith Lord. Oh fuck, motherfucker. Like we don't need that shit. Just if you want to make something R-rated, make it horror, make it very scary. That would lend itself to something I would watch. Anything else seems kind of stupid. We don't need that shit. You guys down with that?
Yeah, facts. Random question: have you seen Mobland?
Mobland? No.
I haven't as well. It's getting good reviews.
Let's catch up with a couple of super chats before moving on to the next topic. Madness Arcade sends $5. Youth don't hate all sex scenes. People love challengers, and that's one of the horniest movies ever. But the sex scenes in that movie were pretty not gratuitous. Like the trailers made it seem like there was gonna be like these crazy sex scenes. There really weren't. It was actually relatively pretty tame. But I agree with you. They did like that.
The Zendaya one.
The Zendaya
was
one.
such a good film, by the way.
I liked it. It was
I
kind of
really
nice.
enjoyed it.
But like the sex scenes again, like it wasn't nice because of that. Nuxalto, lol, respect for Kevin Costner. He defended Whitney Houston. I mean, he did defend Whitney Houston. Look, we don't know what happened. This is all alleged right now, but like he seems like kind of an asshole on set, Nuxalto. So he did defend Whitney Houston, and we do like him for that. And you know, he was in The Bodyguard, but like, you know, you can do good things and bad things, Nuxalto. We can do good things and bad things. Moving on to the next topic. Hope you guys are you guys feeling this so far? Are you guys liking the format in the chat? Let us know. So far, so good. Would you like more of this?
I'm liking it.
Love it. Viewers are 185.
185. Ooh, nice. Thank you guys for joining us. How long have you been streaming for?
Almost an hour.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Okay, let me just open up. The next topic we're going to be talking about is Hunter Schafer being considered for Zelda. This one's, you guys know where we're going with this. You know where this is going. You know where this is going, folks. If you thought people freaked out over Hermione, or brown Hermione, how about a trans Princess Zelda?
Asmongold is shaking.
Asmongold is shaking in his boots right now. Sorry, let me just, my laptop is
I think this
slowing
is
down.
a great follow-up to what we were discussing earlier about Hermione. Like, they were so pissed she doesn't look like the character, and Hunter Schafer is the exact replica of an elf.
Exactly. So, as you guys
I
know,
love that.
they are working on a live-action...
Stunning!
They're working on a live-action
really
Legend of
gorgeous.
Zelda movie. So Nintendo's been making... They're making a bigger effort to... Was that an ad here? Sorry. Whoopsie. I'm just gonna mute this.
On the heels of the big
if I mute it, it doesn't
success from
matter.
the Super Mario
getting
Brothers
copyright.
movie, a lot of people were
Where's
wondering
where's
if
the
this
ad
was
coming
going to be
from?
the start of some
How do I
sort of
stop it?
Nintendo cinematic universe with a bunch of the
that's
different
Formula
IPs
One.
and characters that they have. And shortly
I muted
after
it again.
that, we heard a Legend of Zelda movie was announced, but shockingly, at least to a lot of people, it was going to be a live-action movie that they were working on. And some Zelda fans out there, they were hyped.
this?
They're like, I'd love to
I
see
think it might be
Zelda
this.
live action. I'd love
Sorry,
to
it's
see a
this
Zelda.
fucking guy. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's worked.
We got it. Okay. So, as you guys know, we're freezing. Looks like we're freezing.
Yep. Now we worked.
Was it just for a moment?
Yes.
Just keep an eye on it, please.
Yeah.
Where? Good, I think.
Okay, so as you guys know, Nintendo has been making a bigger effort into making their properties into live action or animated movies. Last year, they released the Mario movie, the Mario Brothers, which made like over $1 billion worldwide, made tons of money for them. They're probably working on a sequel. Went
It was
well.
a fun film as
And
well.
they also announced a live action Legend of Zelda movie, and it's going to be directed by Wes Ball, who directed, I think, the Maze Runner movies, and he also directed the latest Planet of the Apes movie.
Cool.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I think. Was that the one?
I think so, yeah.
The latest one. So they're working on a live action Legend of Zelda movie. So they're in the process of casting. And there's been a dream casting, like a lot of fans
This has
online.
been going on for years, by the
Yeah,
way.
and a lot of fans online have been dreaming and demanding that Hunter Schafer be cast as Zelda because she looks just like her. Now, Hunter Schafer, for those of you who don't know, is a trans actress. She's most known for her role in Euphoria. I forget the character that she plays in Euphoria, but she's very famous, very popular. So here's the article. This is from Forbes. The Legend of Zelda movie may land a perfectly cast princess, per report. Just okay. First of all, look at her. She looks exactly like Zelda.
Exactly.
Let me just get you guys a photo. I got another photo on the side here that we can open and just look at, because
She
Some
plays
people were like
Jules in
bitching about her
Euphoria.
voice. She has such a feminine voice. So
let me split this for a second. Yeah, she does. She does. I mean, I mean,
she's a perfect fit.
if you look at her,
her name is Jules.
she's a woman, obviously, like just when you look at her. So this photo is insane. When you look at this here, okay, she looks like an elf, bro. She looks like is Zelda an elf? I don't play the Legend of Zelda games. Is Zelda?
Yeah.
Look, bro, she's straight up an elf. She has sharp ears.
That's her.
If I was 10 years old and you showed me this picture and told me elves are real, I'd be like, oh,
You would've
shit,
believed her,
Elves
right?
are real?
So fans online have been clamoring. Fans have been clamoring to have Hunter Schafer play Zelda. They've been asking for it, and for once, it seems like that might be happening. So, because according to Forbes, and there's been a lot of these reports online. Again, sorry, let me just keep this photo open for later because it might come in handy. According to reports online, producers are looking very closely at Hunter Schafer to be our next Zelda. So let's read some of this. It remains to be seen where Wes Ball's upcoming Legend of Zelda movie is a good idea at baseline, but now a casting search appears to be spooling up for its major roles, including the titular princess. A new report from Inside Daniel RPK reveals that a specific actress is being eyed for the role, one that social media fans were theory casting even before this news broke. That would be Euphoria's Hunter Schafer. As soon as the movie was announced, side-by-side comparisons started emerging about how perfectly she would fit into the role.
I hope so.
Now the film may have taken that to heart and may be pursuing the star. Schafer first rose to prominence in Euphoria, the controversial HBO teen drama that is finally filming its third season after a lengthy break. Schafer included. Since then, she's appeared in The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Yorgos Lanthimos' Kinds of Kindness, and the horror film Cuckoo. She's about to star in the upcoming Blade Runner 2099 series and has 5 to 6 other projects on the way. She's extremely busy right now.
She's big, by the way.
She is. She's massive online with like young audiences. They're big fans. It is not clear yet which game story is being adapted for the Legend of Zelda movie, one that many were surprised was going to be live action at all, given what Nintendo did with the Postman, blah, 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 blah. Anyways.
Can I just say something? I don't like. Nintendo is homophobic as fuck.
Are they?
Big time. They're openly homophobic. So
Oh.
like,
Oh my god, wait.
would they let that happen?
Park sends $5 and says, "My girlfriend is Hunter's makeup artist, and she helped craft that elf look in the photo you pulled up. Hunter is cool.
Damn.
She loves video games."
Oh,
Fuck.
that's awesome.
Parks, that's fucking awesome, bro.
What a flex!
Bro, your girlfriend's fucking awesome. Send us,
Yeah.
send her our regards. That's so badass. And if your girlfriend talks to Hunter again, tell her the Do Not Worry podcast from Lebanon. Our big fans, Hunter Schafer. Yo, that's so badass. Madness Arcade sends $5 and says, "My Zelda fan cast for Florence Pugh or Melissa Barrera. I'm down for Hunter, though. Melissa does act like her. She carries the same grace and empathy." Melissa Barrera, we're big fans because she was fired off of Scream 7 for posting about Palestine on Instagram. We're working on a anti-Zionist Hollywood tier list, and you know for sure Melissa Barrera is going to be on top of that list. Madness Arcade. We love her. We're big fans of hers because she stands by her principles. And Parks, that's fucking awesome.
Wait,
W's in the
Parks?
chat for Parks.
Do you have any info if she's actually in discussions for the cast, or does your wife have any info?
Mudmud is saying she protested with JVP.
What's that?
JVP is Justice, Jewish Voice for Peace. Hunter Schafer? That would be fucking awesome. Or Melissa Barrera. I'm not sure who she's talking about. Mudmud, thank you so much for the support. So anyways, what do you get? So
Wow, she's so awesome.
now, first we know, let's get the obvious out of the way. Hunter Schafer is trans. Right now, Americans are in this mode where minorities or trans or gay people or black people or anyone who's not straight and white are considered DEI. You have companies rolling back on their DEI policies to suck up to Trump, like Facebook is reeling back their DEI and inclusivity policies. Walmart is getting rid of their inclusivity policies. Target is getting rid of their Pride Month. They're shortening their Pride Month product offerings, etc. The whole country is extremely against gay people in the trans community right now. Everyone is anti-woke. You have the whole online commentary community that is against. You saw what they're going after a young 10-year-old girl for playing Hermione because she's brown. Yeah. So I can already imagine that the people are going to freak out. I'm kind of shocked that producers, if this is real, if this rumor is actually serious, I'm kind of shocked that they're looking at Hunter. I think she's the perfect cast. I don't give a fuck that she's trans. She looks like Princess Zelda. She is a woman as far as I'm concerned. So, hey, no harm done. Fucking great casting. But I think it's kind of ballsy. It's ballsy for any studio right now to be looking to cast a trans actor in such a role, I think, because in such a time, it's so fucking rough getting anything
also,
like that.
She's very vocal about Palestine. Like she's open about supporting them.
Dude, she's also open about being trans. Like she just got her new passport, and like they wrote mail in her passport, and she made a big fuss about that, and as she fucking should. So I just think it's very courageous for them to cast her. I hope they cast her. The pessimist in me thinks they're gonna kind of be cowards and not do it.
Me too. Because I don't think this would happen.
Because of internet backlash, I don't think they're gonna go through with this. And let's just.
And if they don't, I hope they cast someone that looks completely nothing like her.
And have people freak out, right? So here's York's Torch Games. He says, who should be cast as Princess Zelda? A biological man?
Sydney Sweeney does not work.
Or a biological woman? Yeah, like no one wants to see Sydney Sweeney as Princess Zelda. But anyways, let's scroll down to some of the comments. You know what we're gonna get. You know we're gonna get some disgusting shit. So let's just scroll down. So who should be cast? A biological man or a biological woman?
Fucking idiot.
No one. Live actions need to stop. They're garbage. That's a good take. Okay. I guess that's a respectable take. Hollywood's inability to select the right cast is baffling. Just off the top of my head, here are 4 actresses that can play the role of Zelda. Anya Taylor-Joy, Surprise, what's her name? Cersei. Yeah, Saoirse Ronan, Sophie Turner, Elle Fanning. Every single one of them could play a beautiful, inspiring Princess Zelda. Give Link titties worth fighting for.
Elle Fanning would be a great choice. I'm thinking about it now.
I thought
look,
Anya Taylor-Joy would be.
A lot of people would be a great choice. Like it can't just be Hunter Schafer, but like if they're against Hunter Schafer just because she's trans,
yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, look, actually the only reason to say no to Hunter is because you're transphobic. Because she's actually Zelda.
Yeah, she's like
she's Zelda.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
And she like played the game. She's a gamer and shit. So.
Look at this. A biologist
wishing everyone a happy Pride Month.
Riva Arts is trying to say.
That's true. Happy Pride.
Riva Arts is trying to say biological woman. It says a biologist woman. Saxon Charbino has the look of Zelda.
No, she doesn't.
The one that look. This one's smart. The one that looks like Zelda. Yeah, that's exactly who we should cast. No one. The movie should not be made. Okay, look, these are less. Hunter looks more like Zelda. So left. Awesome. Okay, some of these guys fucking get it. You know what I mean? Have you tried growing up and not being a little bitch? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Look at this. Your question is the stupidest one I've ever seen and will ever exist. So some people are being fucking smart about this.
The guy who posted, he's like, why so angry? You're the idiot who's angry.
Why so angry? Yeah, you're the one who's fucking triggered, bro. You have to make a whole twist. Oh my God, they want a biological male. Tell me you've never dated a woman without saying you've never dated a woman, tweet Lamau. I'm married. Yeah, your wife must be fucking happy with you, bro. You are discussing. Oh, look, these tweets are actually kind of based. Anyways, we have a video. So there's this whole ecosystem online of YouTube film criticism of fucking assholes and like anti-woke people. This guy's one of them. His name is Ryan Kinnell from the RK Outpost. He's part of the Nerdrotic crew, the Geeks and Gamers crew, the Heel versus Babyface crew, the Critical Drinker, all of these anti-woke movie critics who just hate. They just hate shit. They hate black people. They hate women. You know what I mean? So let's see what he had to say about Hunter Schafer. Let me turn this down a little bit. Let's see what he has to say, okay?
On the heels of the big success from the Super Mario Brothers movie, a lot of people were wondering if this was going to be the start of some sort of Nintendo cinematic universe with a bunch of the different IPs and characters that they have. And shortly after that, we heard a Legend of Zelda movie was announced, but shockingly, at least to a lot of people, it was going to be a live-action movie that they were working on. And some Zelda fans out there, they were hyped. They're like, I'd love to see Zelda live action. I'd love to see a Zelda movie. Bring it on. But those very same people who might have been super excited, Not sure if that's the case if this rumored casting comes true. Today, a big rumor is going around about Hunter Schafer reportedly being eyed to play Princess Zelda in the live-action Legend of Zelda film. There's a problem with that because Hunter Schafer, very openly, is a trans actress. Hunter Schafer is a man. In fact, not that long ago, we talked about
Hunter Schafer is a man. Did you hear what this guy fucking said? Let's
The
pull up.
way he says trans, it's like so hateful.
Let's pull up that picture again, folks. According to this guy from RK Outpost, Ryan from RK Outpost, the person to our left here is a man. This is a man, folks. If you see this person in the street, you know, it's
They're
a
both
man.
they're not even like she's not even human.
You walk up to her and you go like, "Hey, why are you being such a man, you manly man? You disgusting man. Biological male. You're a biological male. You're not a real woman."
Schafer having a meltdown because he had to put that he was male on his passport because of the new administration.
He keeps misgendering. He keeps calling her him.
stupid.
He's
he
a male.
Only started misgendering her like after he
Yeah.
said she was male.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
He started off right. Then he's like, "Yeah, she's a man. I should be saying he the whole time."
Hunter Schafer, a man, to play Princess Zelda in Nintendo's live-action adaptation. Let's look into this. Trans actor Hunter Schafer rumored for Princess Zelda. A big rumor hits the net that trans actor Hunter Schafer is being eyed to play Princess Zelda in Nintendo's upcoming live-action Zelda movie currently in development. Now, I will say it's coming from Daniel RPK. I think about half of what he posts is absolute nonsense bullshit made up, and half of what he posts turns out to be true, usually reported by somebody else
Someone
first.
said
The rumor comes via
He'd
Scooper
literally
Daniel
melt
RPK.
to see her. These oily dudes are so closeted.
Bro,
I see it.
if this man had a chance to put his finger on Hunter Schafer's shoulder, he would fucking explode. So
He
yeah,
wishes.
obviously.
She looks divine.
By the way, Nour, you said that someone said Nintendo is homophobic, or Elijah? Did you
Somebody
say that?
Elijah.
corrected me, but I think these are like obligatory work policies, you know?
Madness Arcade is sent $5 and says Nintendo isn't homophobic. They have very pro-LGBT friendly workplace policies in Japan and in their games that had a trans character in a recent Mario game. So good to know. Thank you, Madness Arcade. Chris Hurd, who's been a member for 1 month, says, "Happy Pride. All the anti-woke SJW crowd are my sworn enemies. Feck those idiots. Free Palestine." Well, thank you, Chris. Happy Pride Month and free
Happy
Palestine.
Pride.
And Haley D, our beloved Haley D, who's been a member for 3 months. They'll say everything but I'm attracted to her and it makes me scared.
That's true.
Exactly. He's hot. Hunter, he's hot. I mean, she's hot. I mean, she's not hot. I don't know what. Turn off the stream. I'm panicking.
That's so
Who recently
true.
dropped all those leaks for the Marvel Vision series coming to Disney+. We'll have to keep an eye on this one to see if it's actually true. Hunter Schafer is known for HBO's Euphoria. Hunger Games, I think, was in the Hunger Games Songbirds, A Ballad and Snakes that not a lot of people watched. Will be starring
I've seen it
Amazon's
recently,
Blade
by the
Runner
way.
2099 series. The
Is it
actor-
good? I didn't see
It
it.
was a good movie, and
Really?
Hunter, great role.
Bro, that movie's got people that'll break these people's minds. It's got Hunter Schafer and Snow White. What's her name? that-
I forgot her fucking.
The actress who
person
plays
played
Snow White. They hate
She's the
her.
main role because she's very pro-Palestine.
I forgot her name.
Rachel.
Rachel
Yeah,
Zegler.
Rachel Zegler.
That movie's got Rachel Zegler and Hunter
And
Schafer. It's gonna
yeah.
kill him. If this guy watches it, he's gonna fucking collapse, bro. He can't handle that movie.
Also revealed his newly
She's
issued U.S.
tigress in
passport
the
lists him
movie.
as a male, despite identifying and selecting female on the application.
Sorry, what?
She's tigress.
Oh, okay,
That's
cool.
before like the changes in her face.
Now, the only thing I've seen Hunter Schafer in is in Euphoria, where Hunter Schafer plays a man, where Hunter Schafer plays a transgender person, a man who
Fucking
identifies
idiot.
as a woman. Hey, if there's a role out there, if that's in your story, that sounds like the perfect role for you. I don't know about Princess Zelda, however. And there's the same thing we just talked about. The live-action Legend of Zelda movie is officially in development with Nintendo team
So yeah,
up.
these people are fucking annoying. Someone asked in the chat if they can see another one of this man's ilk, Heel versus Babyface. He was complaining about pronouns in the video game. Let's just watch that. Heel versus Babyface pronouns.
Would people be happy if they cast her as Zelda?
What's up?
Like if they cast her as the main character?
If they
But
cast
she's
her,
a biological man.
okay, so look at this guy, bro. This guy hangs out with the guy we just watched. They have like a show
Hey, do you know
together
what?
with
Hey,
another guy called Nerdrotic.
but that-
They just get together and bitch about woke stuff in movies. Woke stuff, you know, basically casting black people or women or gay people.
fucking
it's
woke.
It's all this woke garbage, the woke mind virus, folks. Yeah. So look at this guy fucking freak out about pronouns in a video game. They asked him to pick a pronoun for his character. He goes on a fucking rant.
Bethesda,
and has the
Bethesda.
room.
Oi, cow, shut your fucking cake hole. Hey, Bethesda, I just want to say something to you. Bethesda, I just want to say something to you, Bethesda. Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda.
Oh yeah, he's got to take the headphones off.
Relative?
Does it show where he has to pick the gender?
Hey, do you know what I love? Hey, Bethesda.
So he's creating his character, and they're asking him what gender, like what pronouns would you like your character to have? Him, they, her, you know? So he's gonna freak
Simply pick the ones you want.
he's gonna freak the fuck
I
out.
love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself, think, oh my god, just think of this world, just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people
What game? He's talking about Starfield, guys.
Starfield,
He's
you
talking,
can do all of that.
He's talking about Starfield.
I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all we fucking know! Because we're boring! We're so fucking boring!
Again, they just asked him, what pronouns do you want for this new game? You want to be they, them?
he.
Just pick the one you want and move on and play your game and enjoy it, but no.
Ew. Dude, you're a grown man.
We can't see past our own fucking reflection!
Yeah?
That's
Yeah,
the
you
level of our
can't.
narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company!
Why is he so pissed?
Tetrafun just gifted 20 Do Not Worry podcast memberships. Thank you so much, Tetrafun. W's in the chat for Tetrafun. And don't forget, guys, Friday, exclusive members and the Patreon live stream. I'm going to be doing it at 7 a.m. morning time, Lebanon time, folks. 7 a.m. So we're going to be together.
Fuck your immersion. Fuck you having a good time. Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost. No, no, no. Current fucking day.
Current day.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
You're boring. You're fucking dull. You have nothing to say. You are a one-hived mind twat waffle. That's all you fucking are. And you wonder why people are getting so fucking sick and tired. You take everything we love, all our emotions, all
And add pronouns to it. How dare you?
Don't
our
select
fantasies,
them.
all our
So
escapism,
fucking
and you just can't help shovel your dog shit, fucking crap ideology into everything, every single solitary fucking thing.
Jesus. خرجت تصحصح له.
He's gathering himself a little bit. Oh, I need to relax. Kind of lost it there. Oh, what happened? Oh, he's back to playing. Oh, I'll play again. Let's play.
Where was I? Fun fact, this game is fucking garbage.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. I know it's shit.
But it's
I
not
had a
because of the
message
pronouns.
open on Twitter while I was saying that, and I actually hit the record button on my microphone. So it kind of recorded everything that I just screamed then to this person in Twitter DM, so I better...
Parks sends $2 and says, LA/California is not the left-wing place these people think. Hey, I went to a shooting range in Los Angeles. I know. The shit's crazy there.
And Haley D says Prince Harry really fell off.
Oh my god. That's wait, Prince Harry's the one with Meghan Markle, our boy.
He looks like him.
Oh, Prince Harry. Oh, Prince Harry.
Prince Harry if it was Prince William.
This guy looks more like Prince William, kind of. But do people like Prince Harry now or no? Like, what's happening with him and Meghan Markle? What's the general sense of these people now?
I do believe they're not as liked as before.
They don't like him anymore, huh? They don't trust Meghan Markle. Do people not trust Meghan? Is it because she's black, Nour?
Don't say any of that.
I'm kidding. Okay, so Hunter Schafer, we looked at that. We got 2 more topics, folks, and we're going to be done. We're going to talk about Meet the Parents 4. Who's excited about that? I am kind of.
Let me Google that.
You've never even seen Meet the Parents?
Like, because we don't know it, I think that's a great way to appeal to new viewers by getting Ariana Grande.
But, well, that's what we're going to talk about, Elijah. Don't spoil my topic, my
You
point.
spoiled it in the beginning.
I just said what's the point.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so brand new topic, folks. Moving on. Ariana Grande to star opposite Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro, and Meet the Parents 4. John Hamburg, who co-wrote all 3 prior films, penned the screenplay for the new installment and is set to direct the comedy for Universal.
It's still starring Ben Stiller and
It's still starring Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
So months after earning an Oscar nomination for a performance in Wicked, by the way, the trailer for the second Wicked movie is dropping today. I haven't seen it. They're dropping it.
But there's a lot of like sneak peeks and behind the scenes that are
Really?
leaking.
Maybe we could talk about it next week. So, months after earning an Oscar nomination for Wicked, worldwide pop star Ariana Grande has finally found her next movie. The Grammy-winning singer is set to join Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller in the newest installment of Universal comedy movie series Meet the Parents. Blythe Danner and Terry Polo, who also starred in the initial trio of movies that were released over the course of the first decade of the 2000s, are expected to return, although those deals have yet to close, according to sources. John Hamburg, who co-wrote all 3 prior films, wrote the screenplay for the new feature and is set to direct. Universal has dated the film for November 25, 2026. As Jay Roach, who directed the first 3, is now one of the producers. The conceit of the first movie was simple: the universal life event of having your future father-in-law give his blessing to a marriage proposal. Catching combustible chemistry in a bottle combined with spot-on directing, the movie became a commercial and critical hit. But do you guys know what the movie's about? The first one? So the first one, Ben Stiller...
I could tell, like, from the poster.
Ben Stiller wants to marry
Me too.
this lady, okay? And then he has to meet her parents. Her dad is played by Robert De Niro, who is, like, secretly a CIA agent. He's very strict. So, like, it's very stressful for Ben Stiller to get on his good side. He tries everything, but everything keeps going wrong. Disaster after disaster.
Yeah.
And then the joke of the movie is that his last name is Fokker, like Ben Stiller's character. His name is Gaylord Fokker. So that was a joke. Like, you mean your name is Gail Fokker? That's so stupid. And you're going to marry a woman and her last name is going to be Fokker? So the third movie was called Little Fokkers. The second movie was called Meet the Fokkers. So you meet Ben Stiller's parents. And then the third one, they get kids and they call them Little. So the joke is...
I think I've seen Meet the Fokkers.
It was bad.
Sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
Like, I've seen it on TV or
Meet the Fokkers wasn't great. Let me try to see if I can find like the posters for these movies or something while we talk about it. But anyways, what I was gonna say is, so you guys have never seen either of them, huh? You've
I
never
don't
seen
think
Meet.
so.
I would recommend Meet the Parents. It's kind of
Can't
funny.
remember.
Meet the Parents was actually pretty funny. Let me try to look up some of these. I mean, I guess some of the older people in my audience. Yeah, you can milk a cat. Exactly, you can milk a cat. So some of the older people in the audience have probably seen those films. Let me Meet the Parents. So I think by getting Ariana Grande, you're actually going to get some people, I guess, interested in this, because otherwise no one would give a shit. Oh yeah, Jinxie the cat. Wasn't it Jinxie? Yeah, there was a cat that could like pee in that movie. Let me try to get you guys the poster. So anyways, Ariana Grande has been cast in Meet the Fokkers. So he does like a lie detector test for him in the first movie, etc. It was very funny at the time. The second one was bad. The third one, I can't remember. It was probably bad. So here's what I would say. Like 14 years have passed since the last one, okay? I'm not usually into like these comedy sequels and movies that they make like a sequel for 20, 30 years later. Specifically with comedies, most of them have been bad. When they made like the second Zoolander, it was bad. When they made Dumb and Dumber 2, it was bad. Like
Always.
comedy sequels 10 to 20 years later was bad. They're not good. I think like 14 years have passed since the last one, or 12 years. I think it's time. Can you look up when Meet the Little Fokkers came out? I think enough time has passed. Ben Stiller has had like kind of a career resurgence.
25 years ago.
No, Meet the Little Fokkers.
Meet the
last one.
Fokkers, 15 years ago.
15 years ago. So I think Ben Stiller, because he's the main like producer and one of the writers and director for Severance, so he's had a career comeback. He's been doing some good shit. I feel maybe he feels like energized. He wants to do something like this. Ariana Grande, hot off the heels of Wicked, which got her an Oscar nomination. She's huge with younger audiences. So for younger people like yourselves who are like, what the fuck is Meet the Parents? What the fuck is this franchise? Would you watch this movie knowing that Ariana Grande has now like joined the franchise, or you still don't give a fuck?
No.
You still don't give a shit, huh?
I don't think I do.
I don't think so.
I mean, look, I'm gonna watch it, I guess, because I've seen the first 3, and
Yeah.
I have a nostalgic spot for the first one in my heart. So I guess I'll watch it. But I think it's smart casting to get Ariana Grande, because in case this does not interest younger audiences, she'll get them in. But like, I do recommend for you guys to watch the first one. It is a lot of fun. It's very awkward. It's very cringy. It's very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? He keeps getting into these awkward situations with her dad, and he keeps making things worse. Like there's a part where they're playing volleyball, and he smashes the volleyball into like her sister's nose and breaks her nose one day before the wedding. Then he loses their cat. He burns their house. Just horrible shit. And Robert
Damn.
De Niro fucking hates him. He just wants to like fucking kill him. So it's fun. It's a fun movie. I think. Look, I'll watch it. I think it's a good idea. I think enough time has passed where it feels nostalgic. When they made the third one, it felt like, do we really need to watch this? It kind of flopped. It kind of tanked. Made the least amount of money. I think 14 years later, it's time for another one. Anything you guys would like to add?
I would like to mention, like, the only comedy movie I actually want a sequel for is The Heat. Taba Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that bad, though?
No, it did great. It was actually funny.
Well, anyways,
Anyway.
we're done with this topic, folks. Ariana Grande, Meet the
We
Parents.
should do Meet the Parents marathon live stream.
Really? Oh my god, I don't know. Yusuf
Do
sends.
you want that? Let us know.
Let us know, folks. We'll do live reaction. First time watching for the crew. Yusuf sends $5 and says, "At this point in the world, existing as a gay person is seen as woke. I've started seeing homophobic billboards and internet ads in America." Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Americans are way too comfortable now with being homophobic and just just being fucking shitty ass right wingers, bro. It's kind of messed up. Time for our final topic, folks, and then we're gonna take whatever time is left in the episode to take. If there are any questions that we didn't get to, any super chats that we missed, we will take the final
Sorry.
portion of the show to interact directly with you guys. Now we are finally going to talk about Lilo and Stitch. Now, I did watch the latest Mission Impossible movie. I was going to give a review, but I don't think it's that interesting. It was fine. It was like
I
the last
stopped
one.
Would you believe it?
since,
I've never seen any Mission Impossible movie in my life.
Really?
Not one.
They're kind of cool, man. I like them.
I stopped watching since like the fourth one.
What I was going to say is like
Protocol.
the last three have been kind of the same. Like after Ghost Protocol, they made like Fallout and then Dead Reckoning. Like, to me, the last four are almost like the same movie. They're kind of interchangeable.
Seems like it.
So they're very, very similar.
You've seen Kunk on Earth.
A Mesopotamianist sends $5 and says, "I heard there is going to be a live-action Hercules with Dua Lipa."
That's so random.
Really? That's crazy, yo. Okay.
The Mesopotamian.
Final topic, folks. Final topic. Lilo and Stitch. The classic, I guess modern classic animated film, which came out in 2002, has been remade. As you guys know, Disney has been remaking all their animated films into live-action films. They've remade The Lion King. They've remade Cinderella. They've remade Snow White. They've remade The Beauty and the Beast.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. They're going through their whole catalog. They're starting to remake animated films. Like DreamWorks is doing a remake of How to Train Your Dragon, very much inspired by like Disney. They want to milk all that shit. You bet your asses that Disney's going to start making live action versions of their Pixar movies once they're done with the 2D animated
They're
catalog.
gonna make live action versions of their live action movies.
Everything, yeah, they're gonna make, and then they're gonna make animated versions of their live action versions of the animated. You know what I mean? Like, now we're gonna make The Lion King live action into animated. It's gonna be different.
Like, I blame the people. If they didn't make them this much money, they wouldn't keep doing it. So
Yeah, exactly. You know, consume. I mean, look, Snow White bombed. People didn't go to watch that, but
Fucking bad.
they also made Dumbo. Dumbo flopped. They remade Pinocchio, but that was exclusive to Disney Plus.
yeah.
So, anyways, the latest victim in this trend of remaking their animated films is Lilo and Stitch.
Like, I need to put context. I'm the biggest Stitch fan ever. Fucking love that character. When as a child, it like
I'm
touched me.
Have you?
Lilo
But I
and
haven't seen the live
Stitch.
action, but the trailer looks great.
So we're gonna talk about it. I had never. What have you seen?
Lilo and Stitch, the cartoon, was one of my favorite things
Yeah,
as a
me too.
child. So
Okay,
I used to
love it,
emotionally
yeah.
relate
And
to
Nour,
to
you-
Stitch.
And you watched the live action one. So
I
me and you are
did
gonna. Okay.
yesterday
So,
night.
so I watched the
And
live
I did
action
not
one.
pay for it.
So I watched the animated one last week for the first time ever, and I watched the live action one between yesterday
You
and
saw
today.
it for the first time. The
Sorry.
animation.
Let me tell you.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit!
So when Lilo and
what?
Stitch came out in 2002, I was 12. I was at an age where I felt like I was too old to watch cartoons. I was like, I'm cool now. I'm 12. I'm watching Spider-Man in theaters. I'm watching X-Men and comic book movies. I'm not gonna watch Lilo and Stitch. So I was literally at an age where, like, I think the last, I think Mulan was the last Disney cartoon that I had watched for a time. And I don't know if Mulan came out before or after Lilo and Stitch, but I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. I'm an
Mulan is
adult.
Before.
I'm like, I ain't watching Lilo and Stitch. I'm too old. I'm 12 now. I'm an adult. I'm a grown man watching adult movies. So I never watched it, never got back to it. When they announced the live action one, I was like, you know what? This looks kind of cute. Let me watch the animated one so that I know to compare it to, so that I know, what's going on. I also did not pay for it, folks. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to say how I watched it, but I also did not pay for it. It felt uncomfortable. I'm going to try to avoid supporting Disney when I can, okay? If I have to support something that's like Spider-Man related, I will. But giving Disney my money, we're not going to do that. So I also did not pay for it. Let's talk about it. So I watched the animated Lilo and Stitch. It was kind of cute. I found it very endearing, very sweet. I teared up a couple of times with like...
Bro, the cartoon, there's this scene that always makes me cry my eyes out.
was he in the forest all by himself.
Yeah,
I'm
and he's
waiting
like,
for my family.
"Oh."
I'm waiting for my
This
family.
breaks my soul as an adult.
It broke me as well, okay? He was like, I'm waiting for my family.
Because he's such a relatable character. He tackles loneliness so well.
The little duck, so very cute.
Yeah.
And it was a very well-made animated movie. Now, the thing about animated films is that, like, especially the 2D stuff, like, Disney animators are so fucking boycott Disney. We know, guys. I didn't pay for it. We're just talking about it, okay? Again, white people, the onus is on you to boycott, folks. You guys are funding this genocide. You guys are funding this war. You guys need to make more of an effort than we do. Okay, don't be telling Arabs what to do. The nerve, the gall.
Fuck off.
You're telling us what to consume. Oopsie. Let me close this. So, anyways, I thought the animation was very cute. I thought the characters, like the way Lilo was drawn, because it's hard to get child actors to do what you want. You know what I mean? Like, child actors aren't the best. They're pretty wooden sometimes in their performances. So having like Lilo be like an animated character, they could make her as snarky as you needed her to be. Her facial expressions are great. What a fantastic character. It was a very cute movie.
It's the first time she's ever acted, by the way.
No, I'm talking about the animated version.
Oh, okay.
Very sweet, very cute. I quite enjoyed it. Like, I would give Lilo and Stitch like a 4 out of 5 if I was reviewing the original one, okay? The live action.
I give it a 5.
The live action.
Really? The live action?
No,
Ah,
the original.
I'd give it a 6.
The live action one, I thought was actually pretty cute. Now, there are some differences. It's not as good as the animated one, okay? But I think in terms of Disney live action remakes versus comparing them to their counterparts, Lilo and Stitch is probably the closest that they've gotten to making like a one-to-one recreation. There are some little moments, and I'm going to give you guys, this isn't a spoiler. Like, for example, in the cartoon, when Lilo wishes upon like a star that she wants a friend, it's her sister who takes her to the adoption center the next day to get her that dog. And I thought that was a sweet moment. Like, her sister heard her pray for a friend. She took the initiative because she wanted to give her sister a friend. In the movie, for example, it's not the sister that took her to the adoption center. It's the neighbor.
I really wanted to
But that
watch,
changes
like, of the
the-
money of her handing the money to
Yeah.
the pet store. Like, I really wanted to see that.
And I think that robs her sister of that sweet moment of her like looking
it's a
after
huge
her
part of the
sister.
relationship building
Yeah,
between them.
that wasn't in the movie, and I was like, okay, that's an odd choice. Like, why would you rob that moment of the sister and give it to like the neighbor? Little changes like that I was like, okay, maybe this isn't necessary. And the big controversy is the ending. In the cartoon, minor spoiler here. In the cartoon, they're trying to get, because Lilo's parents are dead, you know what I mean? So her sister is taking care of her, and she's struggling to take care of her, and you have like these government agents trying to get Lilo to go live with another family. In the cartoon, they let her live with her sister. She stays with her sister, and then they adopt Stitch, and then they stay together, one happy family. In the movie, like her sister basically...
They gave Nani her like redemption arc.
They
of,
gave her
like,
independence.
living her life.
Yeah, so like the neighbors are now going to adopt Lilo. She's going to live with the neighbors right next door to the sister. You know what I mean? As close as you
What?
can. The neighbors are going to take care of her, and then Nani, her sister, is going to go off to university
She gets to travel.
in America. She's going to go to the States, which is also kind of a thing because like Hawaiians don't really like
And that's why they made the neighbor buy her Stitch then.
yeah, so exactly. Because also like there's this thing like Hawaiians don't like they don't love tourists. They don't love how much like they've been colonized by America essentially. Like it's been turned into like an American state, and like there's always these American tourists there. So for the older sister for her dream to be to go to live in America, people are also finding that kind of fucked up and problematic. But I also kind of get it. Like she's young, her life is falling apart because she has to take care of her sister. Like I didn't mind it that much. They tried to make it as like, but look, she's gonna live super close to you, and they made Lilo very okay with it. She's like, no, you need to go to university, please, don't stay here for me. So they tried their best. Would I have preferred it if the whole family stayed together? Yes, I think that
Yes.
would have been better. I
But
think that would have been
like-
sweeter.
Yes, because like the entire message of the movie is family sticks together, you know? So, like,
Exactly,
having them drift
Ohana.
apart at the end, even though it's
Exactly.
realistic, kind of
Exactly.
breaks it.
Ohana means family, and family stick together. I learned that in 1 week. But what I will say, they got Stitch perfectly. Stitch is a perfect
Stitch
recreation
was
of the cartoon.
perfect.
The voice work it's the same voice actor. Perfect voice work.
The mannerisms.
Cass,
of
I'm
the
watching it
face,
tonight.
they're
Adorable.
The
Very-
same.
For free.
Very lovable, adorable. Also Lilo. I was saying that child actors, it's very hard for child actors to be good, in my opinion. Especially as tiny as Lilo, she's like tiny. They're kind of stiff sometimes. They're kind of awkward. Bro, that girl was great. She's such a
Cute
good
as
actor.
fuck.
She's so adorable. And please keep in mind, she's acting versus nothing. Stitch is a CGI
Yeah.
character. She was probably looking at a golf ball or a tennis ball half of the time. So for her to act that well versus nothing, she's adorable. She's a great actress. I think they nailed the Lilo and Stitch part. I really think this is a very solid live action remake. I would give it like a solid 7 or 8 out of 10, like compared to the original. Like if the original is a 9 out of 10, this is a 7
Like
out of 10.
based
I
on
have
reviews,
things
they're
to
saying it's
say.
the best live action adaptation Disney has ever done.
It's
It's
pretty
I
good.
have
Like
comments.
it's missing some of the spunk. Okay, and again with animation, you could give these characters more personality with animation. You know what I mean? And some of the alien stuff loses a bit of And it wasn't as emotional. Like that moment, the I'm looking for my family moment did not hit as hard in the movie as it did in the cartoon. It was less hard. I still felt kind of teary-eyed a couple of points in the movie because Stitch is so fucking adorable. And
Yeah.
like, so there are these sweet moments. I think families are gonna love it. Kids are gonna really enjoy it. I'm seeing Stitch merch everywhere.
Love it.
I was in Batroun over the weekend. I saw all these kids walking around with Stitch t-shirts, Stitch backpacks. All
Spread the Stitch.
they got merch everywhere. Nour, what do you think?
So the movie, so the live action ones, I thought started out great. It felt like so real, so true to the original cartoons. And it got me emotional, like at the beginning with the music, like it's all the exact same. But then, like as the movie goes on, it starts to change a little, and like, I just felt, it was short. I felt it was short, and they cut out a lot of things that made the movie what it is. Like some very emotional scenes and cute scenes, like when they're reading the Black Duckling book, like that.
They
Yeah.
don't have
so
that?
cute.
No,
Why
the
did-
Black Duckling book is gone.
Why did they not include that?
Whoa,
It's
that's
crazy.
Because I think maybe they're like kids don't read books anymore with ducklings.
But
They're all on their
that's
iPads.
crazy.
But it's a huge
No.
plot line. Like, I wonder what they replaced it with.
Also, they tried I feel they tried so hard to make it a tearjerker. Like they emphasized a lot of like when Stitch was trying to save Lilo underwater and they left him. Like that was a bit too long.
Yeah, but the
they
scene of
tried to make it like more dramatic than it actually was. Like no, I didn't really like.
but I like the scene of Nani rescuing him, like carrying him underwater. I thought they gave her a bit more of like a role there, like carrying him under the water. I thought that was
but
nice.
like it took a lot of time. I feel it's
It
a
did.
kids movie. What the I was sobbing. Like,
It did.
someone gets Stitch.
Oh, so it did make you cry that scene.
Yeah, it was too long. Like the cartoon is sad and all, but it's not this dramatic. I don't know why they did it that way.
I guess for the live action, there's also one thing I didn't love is like they introduced like in the animation Stitch is like kind of a mysterious character. You see him for the first time in the Pound really. In this one, like he breaks into a wedding and like people take pictures of him and like he's clearly an alien on the loose. Right away they talk about it on the news like there's a weird creature that broke into a wedding. I was like, why are you doing that? Like it should have been more of a secret. Like that Lilo discovers him in the Pound.
I think because
Where
in the cartoon he's more dog passing. However, in the when you have him as a 3D render and he's blue, like realistically, nobody would believe that's a dog.
I just didn't love that introduction for the character, but I thought overall, it was a solid film. I thought it was very cute. And again, obviously the original is better, the animated one is better. If you're going to pick one of them, watch the animated one if you had to pick one. Also, I think the fact that I watched both like within a week of each other maybe made me appreciate the live action one more. If I had just seen the live action one for the first time, maybe I could have liked it a little bit more. It just felt like I just literally saw this exact same story 4 days ago. So it felt like I was literally kind of rewatching the same movie. So also it makes you question, why do these remakes exist? Like to me, they don't need to be the exact same. They need to take the spirit of the cartoon and then do something else. Give us something new. The fact that they're making a carbon copy that kind of lacks a bit of the emotion.
I don't mind it because, like, when it comes to Stitch, I want this new generation to be obsessed with what I was obsessed with. You know?
But it's lacking like the core moments. Masala, you know the scene when they're in Lilo's room and Stitch puts up the
I was gonna ask
books.
about the scene where he starts breaking everything.
He did
That's
that
removed?
on the beach with
Oh.
like sand castles, but like it
Yeah.
misses the sparkle and the emotion of the cartoon. So
But he's very cute.
he's very cute, and the movie is cute,
And it's making-
very nice. Also, the aliens like that handled that wanna catch Stitch. I really didn't like that they're human.
They made them, I guess just for budget purposes, having them walk around as
No,
aliens.
it felt that way. It really gave off a no, there were budgeting things.
Yeah.
Oh, the director mentioned about it that first they were gonna be aliens that are like, but it looked odd on camera. That's his argument.
And also, just a quick second, Lilo and Stitch is making tons of money at the box office right now.
Tons.
So this is according to Box Office Guru. So let me see if you guys can see right now. Let me zoom out a little bit. So Lilo and Stitch is still #1 after 2 weeks at the box office. Whoops. Can you guys see? Not really.
Yeah.
Let me switch
No.
1 second. Sorry, guys. So Lilo and Stitch in its second weekend has made $63 million. So it's at $280 million domestically in the States right now already. So that's a lot of fucking money. and it opened to $146 million in its opening weekend. So it's printing money essentially,
Yeah.
making so much fucking money. So people seem to be loving it. It's gonna make a lot of money. It's at like $600 million
of course they
worldwide.
would.
So kids are loving it, families are loving it, everyone's really enjoying it. So I think if you're a fan, if you got kids, if you're a fan of the original, check it out. It's kind of harmless. It doesn't do anything original. It doesn't reinvent the wheel in any way, shape, or form. It's just a fun, distracting, little, fun Disney remake. It's a sweet story of a sweet little kid with her best friend.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
Also, in the live action, like I felt Nani takes less care of Lilo than in the cartoons. Like they really set it up to be that
the ending.
Nani has to leave, and she didn't really have to take.
I
care
mean,
of
to be fair, she's a pretty bad guardian. Like even in the cartoon, I'm like, someone take Lilo, man. Like that lady.
She is bad, but
Is there
she's
enough
way
of
worse
this?
in the.
She's a
in
shitty guardian.
Okay, cool.
There.
So
Does
so
Stitch also become a final? Okay.
so Elijah, you're gonna be watching it. You're gonna be hitting that movie. You're gonna be watching Lilo and Stitch, Elijah.
Ah, fuck yeah.
You're gonna be checking.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. After when we finish, I'm gonna go
All right.
stream it.
Awesome. Well, folks, that's it for the topics. We're gonna
Wait,
take
one
some.
more. There's a super chat about Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, yeah, read that.
Madness Arcade, 4.99. The neighbors are Ohana too. Also, why we pretending Nani is never coming back. Also, Stitch VA is the creator of the whole series.
Oh, he's the creator. Damn, that's crazy.
Cool.
So now that we're done with the topics, let's take. Ooh, Nata, hello. I got a little Nata butt shot here. Hello, Nati. We're gonna take a few minutes to read the rest of your super chats. If anyone has anything else they want to throw in the chat, now's your time. We're gonna catch up with everything. There's just a few that we haven't read.
Let me
So
show you Nata.
little
Why do you have a
time,
bunch of movies?
little. I just put some Blu-rays up as
After you want to
decoration.
talk about them and you forgot.
No, I just wanted to put like DVDs, yeah, because I don't have much movie decoration here, folks.
She's
Since you have
little
Jurassic
bird.
Park, I want an R-rated Jurassic Park.
They should all be R-rated, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. So Madness Arcade sent $2 and said Ben Stiller is a raging Zionist, so I'll pass. So he's talking about the Meet the Parents movie.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting who's a Zionist and who's not at
I
this
never
point.
liked this guy. by
So
the
I
way.
think if Ben Stiller is one of the guys who signed the release the hostages letter, we've done a whole episode about Zionist celebrities, and we're going to do an episode about anti-Zionist celebrities. So we'll try to look back into that. But yeah, if he's a Zionist, then fuck him. We're going to try not to support him for sure. Veronica Song again sends 6 shekels and says everyone should watch Studio Ghibli. Of course, we fucking love Studio Ghibli movies.
Amazing.
They're some of the best in the fucking world.
I love Spirited
And thank you again
Away.
for the support, Veronica. Madness Arcade sends, I don't mind remakes, new take for a new audience, form of preservation, no different than our ancestors passing down campfire stories. And then, yeah, you read the Ohana message. Well, yeah, look, I don't really mind remakes as well. Like when people say, you've ruined the original, or you ruined the legacy of the original. I think, look,
To me, you can just skip it, you know?
yeah, like the original is always going to exist. It's always going to be there. It's never going to go away. So if there's a new one that comes out and you don't like it, it's not going to take away from the original. Sometimes things that suck, if you like make a sequel or a prequel that recontextualizes things that like negates something that happens. Like right now in Star Wars, when you watch Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan series, he was hanging out with baby Princess Leia and he fought with Darth Vader like 5 years before they fought in the first movie. Like this stuff changes the lore. That's when it pisses me off. If it's just like a remake trying to update something for a new audience, more modern audience, I think it's fine. You can always go back. The original is always going to be there. It's never going to go away. Sure, is it sad that new audiences are going to be more likely and more tempted to watch the remake than the cartoon? Maybe. Best in
But I think this would, it's like a two-sided thing. It could trigger people saying, if I like this, did the original look like?
I know it might get a lot of curiosity for the original. Mithy Eve sends $5 and says for your cat co-host. This one's going straight to Nata. Thank you so much, Mithy Eve, for the support. Madness Arcade sends another $5 and says Stitch drowning scene is giving Baymax sacrifice. It was very cool. It was, and I didn't realize in the cartoon that Stitch was heavy. Like it didn't register that like he weighed that much. I can't remember if that was the case in the cartoon.
But whenever she hugs him, wake and bioshoots.
Oh really?
Lazlas.
That's so cute. He's so cute. Mudmud sends £5 and says Veronica should recommend bad, embarrassing Zionist content for us to make fun of. Please, Veronica, if you could join our Discord
Veronica.
and send us Zionist content on Discord, that would be insane. Dina Gafir says, I just want more original content. We all do. But I mean, in my mind, usually if these remakes do well, like companies and studios are always going to make sequels, prequels, remakes, etc. Because those are a safe bet. They have a built-in audience. It's a known IP. And if those things make money, they can then take some of that money and invest in some original projects. You know what I mean? But all these companies are very risk averse. You know what I mean? Why invest in a unknown script, unknown property? What if it flops? Are we going to spend $150 million and no one's going to see the movie? We're all going to lose our jobs. Or let's make, you know what I mean? Fast and the Furious 12. People know what Fast and the Furious is. We got a built-in audience. Fuck it. Let's try to make our money back that way. Companies and studios are extremely risk averse, especially Hollywood. So that's why you see a barrage of sequels, prequels, all of that. They do something, it works once, they just want to keep doing it because they don't want to lose money.
Pasta bus, me too.
Cameras are still working. Can you?
Yes,
Oh, you can hear us too. They can see us and hear us.
Nice.
Oh, let me. Here I
I've
am.
never seen a
Pasta
single
is
Fast
asking
and
for-
Furious
sorry.
movie ever in my life.
Not a single Fast and Furious.
I'm
No.
obsessed. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I love them.
I'm so proud that I haven't seen
They're
it.
such dumb fun. I love it. Pasta bus, I was replying to her. She's like, I'm addicted to watching the Gal Gadot clips. We should do a react. I would so do that.
We've talked about Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot movies get banned in Lebanon. We don't get them.
react to her clips, the ones that are in TikTok that are
We
like,
we
such a shit
we
actor.
reacted to one of her to one of the
Bad acting.
I know.
compilations.
I was here.
Oh, you were here when we did that one? I was gonna say like you're barely here anymore. Okay, well, I think we've caught up with all the chats. How long have we been streaming? For 1:45. Do you guys want to do like? Do you guys want to end the show with like a quick movie or TV show recommendation? Are you guys watching something right now that you want to recommend to the audience? Do you guys want to look at the Lebanese Netflix top 10 just for some
Let's
fun?
do that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen. I
And for recommendations, I'm sure you may have already seen it, but Sinners is worth the hype.
Yeah, I saw Sinners in IMAX. That was a lot of
Fucking
fun.
great. I thought it was overrated. No, it's it's underrated.
I haven't seen it. Yet.
Yet.
I will, and I wanna watch Andor.
I'm
been
gonna
s-
watch it.
Why
as
I've been
well.
signed out of everything, bro? What the fuck?
I'm watching their new Rick and Morty season. It started off with a bang, 96% ratings.
I'm so over Rick and Morty.
The last season was
Oh,
kind of shit. This one is really good. I am a Rick and Morty fan.
I've also never seen like a full season.
That's why.
Rick and
I know,
Morty's.
I've seen a couple of episodes.
Did you see the new 2 episodes?
Kalel,
Not for me.
Okay, so let's see with the top 10. We're going to see the top 10 TV shows in Lebanon today, folks. And then we're going to scroll down to movies. Oh, what's that?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, guys. Whoopsie. Let's fix some things over here. So, yeah, sometimes.
When the electricity goes out.
Yeah. Sorry, what is that?
That was dust, yeah.
Wait, this.
Not display. اللي تحت. إيه تحت.
No, that's it.
Done. Okay, cool.
Sorry, guys.
Nice.
Technical difficulties. All right. Back to desktop. So
Woohoo.
what is the Netflix top 10? What are people watching in Lebanon, folks? We talked about this last time. Lebanese people love their horny shit on Netflix. Anything with nudity, anything with sex, it's usually dominating the top 10. Let's see. Number
Like, I
one.
wanna watch Sirens. It's on my watch list.
What
They
is
told me
this?
it's cool.
What is Sirens?
No fucking clue. But like the cast is insane.
Is that Julianne Moore?
Yeah.
Okay, so
The cast is great.
so this seems like a quality show. Franklin, recently added. Never heard of this. That's what Lebanese people are watching. Number 2, TV shows in Lebanon. Franklin.
It's
Fuck is
it's
that?
Arabic, I think.
I
It's
think
an
so, yeah.
Arabic show.
Oh, wait,
About money and
Anthony, you should watch the Phoenician Scheme. Wes Anderson dedicated it to his Lebanese father-in-law. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, I wanna watch that so bad. I've heard.
What is it?
I've heard good reviews.
I haven't watched Wes
The
Anderson movies in a
Phoenician
while
Scheme.
because they're all getting so repetitive. I feel, but I will try to watch.
I've heard this one is good.
Okay,
It's
cool.
different.
Also,
and
guys,
I'm so excited to watch.
if you guys are Asterix and Obelix fans and you speak French, I recommend the Asterix and Obelix series on Netflix. It's been kind of fun. I'm watching some of the episodes. It's kind of cute.
Is it?
Yeah, it's cute. Department Q, number 3 shows in Lebanon. Raw. So Lebanese people are liking their WWE, folks. They're watching Raw live. It's number 4. Number 5 is Sarah. What is that? Sarah. What kind of show is that? What is that about? What is that? Woman in the Shadows. Okay, doesn't seem sexual though, which is interesting here. in
Those
Lebanon.
Arab.
Osama bin Laden, American Manhunt. Thank you. Next. There we go. Here's some of the dirty stuff coming. Thank you. Next. Bet at number 8. 9. We got, what is this? Secrets we keep. And 10. Tastefully Yours. Seems like a Korean.
Yeah. There's
Food
always
show.
a Korean thing on the top 10.
Korean stuff is pretty insane on Netflix. Let's scroll down to the top 10 movies in Lebanon. Let's see what the films are that people are watching. Why do they skip the films? They're just showing us TV shows. Where
Food movie del
Maybe
cat
then
for tab.
before.
did I click? Maybe home TV shows. Let me click movies. Movies. This all okay. Ooh, Ip Man. Ooh, not bad. Okay, so what movies are Lebanese people watching now? Ip Man 4.
I think it's IP, man.
No, it's Ip Man.
It's Ip.
Ip Man.
Come on.
I've seen all of them. They're great. They get more insane, more and more batshit crazy. Oh, Widow's Game. There you go. Here's some sex stuff, folks. Psychological, gritty mystery. Whoa, sorry, it was that. My Spy at number 3. Number 4, The Heart Knows. Never heard of this. Paycheck. Oh, that was the Ben Affleck movie. The Spy Who Dumped Me, starring,
Isn't that an old movie?
I guess so. Yeah, starring what's her name? Anna from that '70s show. She's married to Ashton Kutcher. Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis. Wow.
They supported their rapist friend. They were like, they defended him. They wrote that letter.
Wow, she's stunning. That's
Hustlers
what
at number 7. Meg 2 at number 8.
Ugh,
I saw Meg 2. It's horrible.
horrible.
Number 9. What's number 9? Sorry, guys, but this thing's fucking freaking out. Prize Fighter at number 9 and Blue Beetle at number 10. Oh, Blue Beetle. Haven't seen this.
Neither have I.
So that is the Lebanese top 10.
Are we not getting the Wes Anderson movie at the movies?
I doubt. Let's see. No, I don't think so.
It's not on moviegoers.
Is it out now, Phoenician Scheme, or is it like, did it go out?
I think it's out now, but it's not even coming soon on the website
Oh, really?
for us.
Well, then you're probably not going to get it. Maybe it's at Metropolis. Try looking at Metropolis Cinema. Anyways, folks, that's it for our first episode of Do Not Worry Movie Edition. Hopefully you guys had some fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the topics. Please let us know in the comments if you like this, if you'd like us to do this again. Ideally, I would like to do this every week, maybe at the end of every week. That way we gather all the biggest pieces of news of the week, and then we do an episode on Friday or Saturday. We break it down. We might even want to do trailer reactions from time to time. So there's going to be other stuff, more movie reviews, movie comparisons. This was our first time trying this new format. So if it's a little bit awkward or a little bit, we're still trying to figure it out, please be understanding, be patient with us. This is just fun to do, and it's been really fun interacting with you guys. And sorry, my flashlight is still on. That happens all the time. It's a regular occurrence here on the Do Not Worry podcast. Flashlight stays on when we lose power. So hopefully you guys had some fun with this. Let us know in the comments, even like in the replay, even if you couldn't join in the live chat, if you guys like this format. Crew, you guys enjoy this? You guys want to do this again?
Yep.
I would love to, and the live chat seems positive.
Nice, awesome. And we're gonna look, and we don't get all movies in Lebanon because of boycotts and because of Israeli stuff. There are a lot of movies that we missed. There are a lot of movies that are late. So we're gonna try to be as up to date with the movies. I wanted to watch the new Final Destination movie. It did come out here.
I'm dying to watch it. Let's go.
I didn't get a chance. Let's try to watch it. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I heard it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's the highest
again,
rated film from the franchise.
I need Karine to talk shit on movies next time. If Karine was supposed to be here if we were going to shoot yesterday, so we'll definitely try to get Karine on here. Karine loves movies as well. Everybody here loves movies. Nadim is a filmmaker. Our entire crew is like filmmakers or people who love movies or like people who are film fans. So I think whoever is here, we're going to have interesting conversations. So don't worry about that. My whole crew's into cinema and into films. And we will also want to try to recommend more movies to you guys. We want to try to recommend Arabic movies to you guys, Lebanese movies to you guys. That's something that I'm not very familiar with. Like, as someone who wants to learn more about my own culture and start literally moving away from American entertainment more towards Arab entertainment, I do want to try to highlight some Arabic movies that you guys can watch, Lebanese movies, Middle Eastern movies, movies from the region. Maybe we can watch them together. Or like, I'll assign a movie, then we can do like some kind of video discussion like another time.
That's great.
We're going to try.
Can we do some kind of like watching live stream?
We'll
Is
get
that
the,
doable?
I think most
it gets
Lebanese movies
it gets
are
taken
dog
down.
shit.
It gets taken down because of copyright. So maybe Twitch lets you watch like reality shows and stuff. I don't think you can watch like a full-on movie on stream unless we do a reaction and we edit the fuck out of it. So
But
There's
a
that
like
Lebanese movie
old
have
movies.
copyright?
everything will have copyright.
Emma, old movies, there are movies that are old enough that they're free on YouTube.
We can try. I'm not sure how it works. Haley D sent $2 and says, "Thank God for no Kermit or Kermit's husband today." I know, Haley. Big break for everyone. Park sends another $2. "Hire me to gaff your movies. I want to go to Lebanon." Hey, we'd fucking love to, man. If we ever make a movie, It's gonna be honestly, I'm gonna try to. It's gonna be funded by YouTube. So hey, if I'm ever able to make something, it'll be thanks to you guys. And Parks, you will definitely be our gaffer. You're more than welcome to come. To everybody who joined us today on this number one, Do Not Worry Movies number one, first edition. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with another one of these episodes with more news, maybe some trailer reactions, maybe some Arabic movie recommendations. This show is going to grow and evolve with you guys. Thank you for the support. It's one of our shorter live streams. How long have you been streaming?
It's 1 hour.
53. Not even 2 hours. For shame. For shame, folks. Thank you so much for the support, folks. We love you so much. Expect a regular episode of Do Not Worry tomorrow. Nour, are you going to be able to make it tomorrow? Are you busy?
I finished gym at 8.
Finish gym at 8. Nour might not be here tomorrow, folks. We might have Karine here tomorrow. Let's see what we can muster. If not tomorrow, Friday, but we need to do like 4 live streams this week. I need to catch up. So Nour will film late tomorrow for you after the gym, 9 p.m. Folks, thank you so much.
I do have Friday off, so I might be able to come.
I can't Friday, but that's the thing. Friday.
No, I know. I'll come late Thursday night.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, nice. Folks, thank you so much. We will see you very soon. Thank you to everybody who supported us. Thank you to all of our patrons, our lovely patrons. Let me just take a second actually to thank some of our patrons, folks. Extend this episode a little bit longer. What do you guys think? No one wants to leave us. No, let me just take a second to thank, because I finally updated our Patreon list, and there were patrons that I didn't even know we had that I want to take a second to thank. God tier patrons, EU Watson. I had no idea EU Watson became a God tier patron. EU Watson, thank you so much. We love you so much. Iliad Mujabir, Dominic Seljo, Daniel Nechle, a rose for you. Superhero patrons like Hadi, Claudia, Michelle Bagnall, Bonnie Buns, Bader, Preston Kroll, Ziede Toom, Diddy, Muhammad Mrouwe. Blonde patrons, Only OASMR, Kialisi, Yulia Kiskulia, Goal, Slim, Dopamax, Mac, Gear 6 MN Dynamic, Eric Knudsen, and blonde and abductee patrons MRXP0384, Erica Stillwell, Jamal, Karina Carrillo, Refuzz, Tori Zook, Ida, Tedney, Jamie, Emo Donut. We love all of you guys. You guys are great. Thank you so much for the support. Also, again, exclusive members and Patreon live stream on Friday. Hopefully, you guys still have your memberships by then. I know a lot of you guys were gifted memberships. I hope they don't expire before Friday morning. As always, folks, much love, and we will see you next time.
Do not